Becky's mom is a snack. It's the TPA podcast. Hello, everyone.
Your,
There's Wycliffe.
your
Right.
intros are somehow the greatest thing, and yet the cringiest
They're
thing.
they're the worst. No, don't even say the greatest. They're the fucking worst. I hate all
Well,
my
it
intros.
reflects you overall.
It's the TPA podcast. I will not argue that. Hey, what's up, everyone? All
Hi,
two
guys.
of you.
Let's
What's
get
going on?
high. Let's get
Cause I
high.
got high. Cause I got high with Sasha Banks.
Get the good kush.
Oh yes, dude. Go to Sasha's IG and it's just yes. See, that's what happens when you come to California, Sasha. It's the best place for that. But we got other shit to talk about. Not involving Sasha Banks getting high and playing with bulldogs, but I could talk about that forever. That's fine with me.
Mhm.
Or I could also talk about Big E. We'll talk about that later. But guys, we have the usual shows. We have NXT. We have me and Asia are going to campaign about Bianca versus Mia eventually. We're going to do a whole segment on that.
Yes.
And on
we
Triple
might
H
put it on
with
that.
the women's division and how he needs to have a second takeover match because this is the time to do it. We
And
got a
we'll
lot of
talk
shit.
about
I gotta check who's in here. Because you wonderful bastards are always great as well. We got all one of you. That's right.
We're gonna spend a good chunk on Lars. We'll get to him when we get to him.
When we get to him, we're really gonna get to him though. When I read all of the Lars Sullivan stuff that came out, it was like I read them to you, Asia. It took like what 20 minutes.
I was like,
it's just the hits kept coming, and it was way worse than the first time. You thought the first time was bad, but yeah, we got the good, the bad, the ugly, and the ungodly sexy in Becky's mom. But we got all that stuff coming. What do you guys want to start with?
Yeah, we should start with the Lars thing.
Yeah,
Might as well.
Yeah.
You guys want to start with the ugly? Yeah.
Yes, start with the ugly.
Oh, and nothing is more ugly than Lars' fucking face.
So Lars Sullivan, we know the Lars Sullivan situation, but before we get really to that, we need to just discuss who Lars Sullivan is. Lars Sullivan, debuted in NXT. He's this huge freak monster. He I just basically he like Gene Sneaks, like rip off Gene Snitsky
without the foot fetish.
Better in the ring, but that's not saying much.
I will barely.
I mean, better in the ring, but then I mean, better in the ring, but he wasn't takeover worthy when he botched Alistair's finisher.
True.
I'm just saying.
That's fine.
I'm just saying. Fair. So, yeah, he's this like very freakish guy. He gets called up to the main roster. You see his vignettes, and like week after week after week, he's supposed to show up to the main roster, but he never does. Eventually, news comes out that all these old posts that he made years ago on like homophobic, racist, calling Jeff Hardy a wrestling junkie, saying like racist stuff about Mexicans, African Americans.
CM Punk saying CM Punk is overrated. Oh, we got way more of that in the second one.
Like all this comes out, I believe, around November time, right? Around November time. Yeah, I believe that. And so everyone was like, "What the fuck? Like, dude, what? Like, so all that comes out around November time. Then he starts having his anxiety attacks around early January.
Something
and
like
don't
that, yeah.
see him on TV. Like he doesn't fly into Raw or SmackDown when he's supposed to show up to Raw and SmackDown. He's off for months. He was supposed to feud with John Cena, and then that got scrapped up because he didn't show up. So he misses WrestleMania. He comes back, I believe, the week after WrestleMania. He's attacking Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, all these other. I just find it a little okay. I'll get to that again. So he's attacking people left and right, Raw and SmackDown. He's officially on SmackDown, and this week, all his there was more messages from his messaging board.
A lot more.
a lot more. It got
more.
real deep.
There's an entire Reddit thread.
This entire Reddit thread that took like 20 minutes for me to read.
So this got so much attention that Big E commented about it. Big E.
I'm gonna pull up the thing whenever you're done with that, because I'm actually gonna read some of these. These are. And please, and for the love of God, please, none of you come in. I don't want anyone to come in at the wrong time and think that we're saying this stuff. Because someone's gonna be like, "Wait, you guys hate Muslims?" I'll be like, "No."
No. If you come in the wrong time, that's on you, sis. That's on you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Guys, disclaimer: Cliff will just be reading what Lars wrote. That's it.
Disclaimer: nothing I say in general means anything.
Exactly. So, Big E spoke about this. Kalisto spoke about it. The rapper Wale, who is a huge WWE fan, spoke about it. Yeah, like, so it got more attraction as more wrestlers spoke out about it.
And only until the wrestlers and a famous rapper spoke out is when Lars finally decides to issue an apology.
Well, before we speak on Lars' apology, then we get to a WWE sponsor. If I can find the name real quick, a WWE sponsor spoke about the Lars situation.
That's the big one.
Hold up. Okay, so Mars Wrigley Confectionery has reportedly reached out to WWE following offensive remarks made by Lars Sullivan on message boards several years ago. Two Reddit users have received the same response from Mars Wrigley Confectionery when asked for the comments on the situation. Dear Lord Consumer, thank you for reaching out to Mars Wrigley Confectionery with your comments. We have learned of Lars Sullivan's comments recently and share in your stock and discuss. As a values-based company, we find his behavior abhorrent and unacceptable. We have engaged with WWE to discuss his situation and seek to understand what actions they will take to swiftly address the situation.
So I'm going to start from the top.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
This might take like 30 minutes at tops.
Some of these I'm going to just graze over, and then some of these I have to read because they're just that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Lars did another thing on the gray area of rape, because apparently there's a gray area. I'm not even going to get into that one because we already heard the first one, and it was just as bad as that one. Refers to leftists as feminine and says he's against religion. Whatever. Oh, here's a good one. Says AJ Styles would not do well in WWE. This was posted around, I believe, 2012.
Oh boy, was he wrong about that?
Oh, you don't say. Not the only thing he was wrong about. Here's what Lars Sullivan had to say about Daniel Bryan from August 18th of 2013. He said, Dr. Shelby bits were comedy segments carried by Dr. Shelby. And same old shit as ECW One Night Stand 2006 would say, because he's so cool. How hard is it to repeatedly say yes, 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 or no, no, no? Not exactly riveting stuff. Michael Cole is so much more entertaining than Bryan in that video posted. I've heard that same stuff come from Punk, except Punk was the first to say it, and he has much better delivery than Bryan. At the time, maybe he was right, but in hindsight, seeing as how Daniel Bryan is now the best promo in the business. Oh, here we go. Here's a quote. Let me see if I can scroll down here. We have a whole bunch. This is from a bodybuilding forum, by the way, who someone called out Lars Sullivan for not looking like the weight that he posted.
No. Get to the mental illness thing. Get to that one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Get to that one.
Well, no, I have to get to this one. Quote, it's a part of our culture. I don't actually have any true hateful feelings for gay people, but it's just a part of my sense of humor I like to explore. Homophobia, racism, sexism, these are all hilarious things to make light of in the right environment. And he said, amongst other straight men.
I can name several things that are darker and funnier to make fun of. They would actually be funny.
Don't list them. But,
guys,
yeah.
I'm not going to list anything. This is a fucking family podcast, okay?
Yes, it really fucking is. This is a fucking family podcast. All right, but here we go. About the mental illness thing. Because, he had these anxiety attacks. He's been basically hiding under that, I think, for like the past 3 or 4 months. He never had any of these when he was in NXT, or in the 10 years that he was in developmental. But now he does. But here's what he said about medication. And I quote, medication is also volunteering yourself to government exploitation and potential mind control tactics.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys. If you're depressed and you realize it, you really think the only way to control it is with a drug? That's ludicrous and dangerous. The power of the mind, greater than prescription drugs.
Jesus, if he... Fuck.
They're lying to you, man. The system's lying to you, man. They're trying to make you buy their shit.
Please tell me. Please don't tell me he said
mental problems.
Okay.
Mental problems. Let's see here. Someone pointed out to him that's the point of mental illness, though. The mind becomes so broken that it's very difficult to impossible to control by the patient, which is definitely true. Once you start going on certain meds, once you start having mental illness, sometimes the only way to do it is through a drug, especially when you're hooked on that stuff.
Yeah.
However, this man said, "Well, then you're pretty weak-minded, aren't you? How did our grandparents survive?
With fucking medication,
This is why people with shitty medication. That's why more people died back then. This is why people talk about he's one of these guys. This is why people talk about the pussification of men in America. The pussification of the male in America. And then mentality like what you have. I'm just gonna. Well, there's plenty more. I'm just gonna graze over.
Well, I want to stop right there on the mental illness thing because we know that Lars Sullivan went through anxiety attacks, and I won't mock him for having his anxiety attacks.
I won't mock him for having it.
I just find it funny that he on his message boards said that men are weak if you have if you go through mental illness and say that fucking shit. Meanwhile, you have one yourself, Lars, because
I hate Asia. I hate to interrupt, but I have some grade A comedy, and this is the one that I think I laughed at the most. This is a quote about Dave Meltzer, and here's the thing: I hate Dave Meltzer too, but guys, this is the greatest. He is responding to someone talking about Dave Meltzer and pure wrestling, and quote unquote Chinese wrestling, and I quote. It's not a racial thing. It's not whites versus the Chinese or whites versus blacks or anything like that. It's what matters in this world. We live in America, the mecca of everything. WWE is the mecca of pro wrestling because they are an American-based company. We live in America. Meltzer is an American journalist. If these Chinese organizations had more exposure, then I can see the logic behind throwing them a bone. But the point is, no one cares about Chinese wrestling.
Little did he realize who Ho Ho Loon was, but that's a whole other thing.
Fucking dumb. New China Pro Wrestling.
Is he?
Are you a big fan of New China Pro Wrestling?
So, getting from all those comments that he said on his fucking message board, finally, Lars Sullivan wants to speak out, and he put out this apology. If I can find it real quick.
Oh, if you can call it an apology, what is it? 3 lines?
Let me go to my DMs because I sent it to James.
Did include to the people I offended.
He might have just said, "Well, I'm sorry." I guess
he said there is no excuse for the inappropriate remarks that I made years ago. They do not reflect my personal beliefs nor who I am today, and I apologize to anyone I offended. When I read that, I'm like, "This is that." I apologize because you're offended by what I said.
Asia, may I add something? Because what is it, like a week ago, where this man just went on Twitter? This was like a month or so after the fucking
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he went on Twitter and said, "What are y'all fake outraged about?"
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess we're fake outraged now about your stupid bullshit that you fucking say, and the fact that you said hateful shit. You called Kofi and R-Truth. He said both those guys and Kofi and R-Truth looked like they could be in a prison black gang.
Right.
The R-Truth, a veteran legend, and the WWE champion Kofi Kingston.
And I find it funny that he's been attacking R-Truth on TV, and then just last night at a live event, he was involved in a segment with Kofi Kingston.
So, he also
I
does anyone know about Canyon? He was a wrestler in
Uh-oh.
WCW, who came out as gay, around 1999, 2000, ended up committing suicide about a year later, because of other, like, a lot of the shit that he had to go through. And basically, he saw the podcast of John Cena basically saying Canyon wasn't very good, and he basically commented saying, "Huh, no wonder he committed suicide. LOL."
But which was you mocking a gay man for dying? What the fuck is wrong with you?
For killing himself?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Said Muslims should be demonetized for their religion. He says the media is too easy on, quote, you people, i.e. Middle Easterns.
Oh my god.
He predicted Scott Hall is going to OD, which I'm not going to go to. I mean, I think a lot of people were actually, unfortunately, predicting that, but thankfully it didn't happen.
The fuck is no. Okay. And then Brian Alvarez on the Wrestling Observer. Again, we have our issues with Brian Alvarez. We don't know how credible he is, but so take this with a grain of salt. He basically says that Lars, like WWE in advance, they knew about Lars Sullivan comments when they first signed him, and that Lars Sullivan, he was quote unquote remorseful. He apologized to the company, to the officials, years ago, and they accepted it, and they want this shit to blow over. So many things are wrong with this, because you should not be apologizing to the fucking company. You should be apologizing to all the talent backstage that you offended, to the fans that you offended, the LGBT community, the black fan base, the Mexican fan base, everyone. You should be apologizing, and you have not issued an apology, an official apology on fucking Twitter. And not only that, if he was actually remorseful, he wouldn't be blocking fans that are on Twitter asking him left and right. Before, like when it first initially came out, he wouldn't be blocking fans. He blocked me, like December time. He blocked me because I wanted him to issue an apology and say, why the fuck are you saying all this shit, and why have you issued an apology on it? He blocked me over
and then
it.
he blocks you, and then like a few months later he issues an apology.
So like no, because he's not fucking remorseful. He's only apologizing because all this shit came out. He's not apologizing because he got caught. He's not sorry. He wouldn't be blocking fans left and right if he was sorry.
Oh, and also one more thing that the company may not like, and maybe a reason why the sponsors got involved. One of his posts were also dissing WWE's Komen charity efforts for cancer.
Yep. And
which is a big reason CM Punk got in trouble as well.
Now, granted, about Susan G. Komen, think what you want, but you really shouldn't be dissing one of their sponsors like that.
Well, I mean, when it comes out and the company sees it, ooh.
Yeah. And no, I just find it just all too hypocritical, right? Because we all know Dara Schreiber, that girl that Seth Rollins was dating years ago, right? Who had some anti-Jewish rhetoric on like her social media years ago.
Yeah.
It was like, so she had some shit like that, and she got fired for it. Emma, she stole a phone case, and she initially got fired for that shit. Enzo Amore, he got fired because he didn't tell WWE about the rape accusation. Big Cass, he got fired because he was an ass backstage. What my point is that how you gonna keep Lars Sullivan for even though he said all this racist shit, how you gonna keep him on the fucking roster and expect this shit to die down when you fired Zara Schreiber for doing practically the same, for having the same situation? She had this thing happen years ago, and it came back to light, and you fired her. and you fired Enzo, Big Cass, Emma for more or less situation. So how the fuck you will keep him? And not only that, like the Saudi Arabia situation. While we were all critical on the Saudi Arabia situation a year ago and how WWE and the blood money, the thing about that was that they were in a 10-year deal. So either way, they could not back out. And money was involved. So that's one thing. Lars Sullivan is new to the fucking roster. And so by default, he's not bringing in any fucking money. You can cut him loose. He's a non-motherfucking factor.
He's replaceable. He's replaceable. He's easily replaceable.
It's not like it's one thing, like, cause Braun, he's making fucking money for the company. He's one of the top merch sellers. It'd be one thing you not want to cut Braun Strowman because he's making money for the company. Lars isn't by default because he just got here. You could cut him loose like that.
And that's the thing too. Not only is Lars problematic, but there's also several big men who can fill the role that he does.
Yes.
As much as I don't like him, as much as I hate what he did with the fucking gimmick, Dijak could fucking fill that role.
I mean,
fuck that gimmick. You better fucking never do that shit.
You know
again.
what? Fuck it. Bring back fucking Big Show. I want fucking Big Show back.
You know what? Yes. I'll take it over Lars.
And not only that, I just find it all just like it's just pretty much telling. And then the report is saying that WWE expect this shit to die down. How is this gonna die down when you having him on both Raw and SmackDown every fucking week and attacking Black and R-Truth and attacking Matt Hardy, who is brothers of Jeff, who he called Jeff a fucking spot monkey and a something about like drug, like something like a druggy, like someone along those lines.
Yeah,
and then he was stalking Carmella at one point. Again, rape is a gray area.
He said rape is a gray area.
He was attacking Rey Mysterio, and then he attacked Kurt Angle. So all the comments he said somehow reflect to what he's doing on TV.
It's not like they don't know what they're doing, and if they don't,
clearly know. They clearly know, but they don't want to do anything because they're trying to give him that big push. And I'm like, no, if you want this shit to die down, but you don't want to fire him, you obviously know what you have to do. You have to take him off TV. But we still gonna remember what the fuck he said.
Yeah, what they're probably gonna do, they're gonna take him off TV for a month or two, and then they're gonna bring him right back.
But yeah, we're gonna remember what the fuck he did, and this conversation's still gonna be brought up.
Exactly, because that's what happened.
You have to fire him.
That's what happened the first time.
You have to fire him. If you can fire that Zara Schreiber chick, you have to fire Lars. He's a non-motherfucking factor. He does not bring you money. They fired
Zara Schreiber for like just as old of comments, if not older. And yeah, she released right away.
And then she apologized for her shit. Again, it was probably a shitty apology, but she apologized.
But yeah, Jarvarus, your thoughts on this whole thing?
My thoughts? Yeah. Somebody in this locker room need to run Lars to fade.
I mean,
Sin Cara,
Big E.
Again. Hey yo, Hornico, my man, we need you to do a job real quick.
Yeah, we know your history, Sin Cara.
Again, he's undefeated in shoot fights.
Exactly.
If Leo can carry bags, make Lars carry some bags, do some. Come on.
Not to mention,
like you got Listo and Big E talking about this situation, talking about they don't like it.
And I mean, Big E hasn't given a single fuck on Twitter, but we'll get to that later.
Not to mention,
I'm telling you, man, Big E's injury has been the greatest thing to happen to Twitter.
Not to mention, WWE has fired guys for less.
Yeah,
exactly.
They have. They fired Emma for less. I mean, they brought her right back, but they still fired her.
Hell, here's one from way back. They fired Finley for booking Miz to interrupt the national anthem on a live event. They fired Finley immediately after that.
Jeez.
I mean, they brought him back, but still, they fired him.
So dumb.
And then I hate this shit when there's certain wrestling fans, and specifically the fans that weren't offended by Lars' comments, that's telling other fans that were offended by his comments to get over it. You're sensitive.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. If it doesn't offend you, you're not allowed to tell people to get over it who were offended by it.
No place to fucking talk on this fucking issue here. If it does not affect you, if you were not offended about these fucking comments, it's not your place to accept his fucking apology. It's not your place.
This situation is literally the exact same as the Hogan situation. The exact same thing with Hogan and Alexa saying oh, we should forgive him. It's well, you weren't offended by him. You weren't targeted by Hulk Hogan, so you shouldn't you don't have as much right to talk about this as the people who were targeted by Hogan, who were targeted by Lars Sullivan. And I
always say for people who come in my on my timeline telling me to get over what Hogan said, I always say it's easy for you to say that, but for me, Hogan was the guy who got me into wrestling. Yeah. I became a wrestling fan by watching Hogan in the NWO, watching WCW, now I find out what that man thinks of me as a person.
Not only are you a black man, so you were literally the target for Hogan's racism, but you grew up on him. This is your childhood hero basically telling you to go fuck yourself.
Oh no, by all means, he was not my childhood hero. I thought he was cool in NWO, but he got me into it, but he was never my hero. Okay. Because for some reason I always felt something was off about him. And here it was.
and then there's those type of people that are he's changed, you gonna hold
How do we know?
How do you know?
What has he said? What has he said? What has he done?
Because time went by, that does not mean he's changed. He has to prove to me that he's fucking changed. A fucking apology does not tell me that he's fucking changed. He has to show by his actions that he's fucking changed. Let's be real. Me about this with fucking Hogan. How do you know that he's fucking changed, you fucking dumbass? I remember when Asher fucking said that shit when it initially came out about fucking Lars Sullivan. How the fuck do you know? What has he done to prove that he changed?
Here's the thing.
All he's done is a three line apology and random shit on Twitter, basically telling people they're fake outrage. That's not a change, man. That's just someone trying to keep their fucking job. I don't respect that shit.
Here's the thing. If they really had changed from what they said, why are they apologizing now when the shit has hit the fan?
For the second time. No. For the second time. He didn't even apologize for the first time.
Exactly. He's only apologizing now because it hit the fan the second time. And now more people know about it.
Apologizing now because guys like Big E and Wale are speaking about it.
And
guys in the locker room want to run this man to fame.
And like you said, most importantly, the fucking one of the sponsors. Once one of the sponsors gets involved, now he's really in trouble.
Now, see, like you said about Suja G. Coleman, that's one of their biggest sponsors.
Yeah.
Now, if they just go to Vince and be like, yo, if y'all don't get rid of this dude, we ain't finna sponsor you no more. Vince will be like, I like this guy, but you messing with my money. You gotta go. Because we may not like the old man, but there's one thing we always know and respect about him. When he knows somebody is messing up his money, he is quick to cut that. He is quick to cut that tie.
When it's one of their big sponsors, they're done.
If he's quote unquote changed, why is he blocking fans left and right when they try to ask him about this situation?
Because he wants everyone to forget about it.
The way you make people forget about it is not by ignoring it. The way you do it is by actually changing who you are and actually improving.
I want Ashton to give me a fucking apology on this shit. Give me a fucking apology, you dumb bitch.
Well,
here's what I want. If he is really sorry about and wants to change his actions, make a sincere apology, because that apology was bullshit and you know it, sir.
It sucked.
And two, actually put in to help the communities that you offended.
Do what Michael Vick did.
Exactly. When Vick got caught for doing all this stuff with the dogs, and I still to this day say he shouldn't have got thrown in jail because that's what dogs do. But hey, I digress. He put into animal rights groups. The minute he got out of jail, he put into animal rights groups. And to this day, people still be on his case. And like, he did everything y'all asked for. At this point, it ain't even about the dogs. It's just the fact that he a black man that did it.
If he quote unquote changed, he will be taking accountability for his fucking action, not that shitty ass apology that he did. He will be educating himself on fucking black communities, Mexican communities, LGBTQ, all this shit. He will apologize to everyone. Actually, apologize to everyone he fucking offended, and like take accountability.
But as you know, for most people, that's too hard. People like to be lazy.
Especially with white people. Let's be real, white people. Y'all have fucking privilege. Y'all have all the privilege to get away with the fucking shit. So why can't you?
And y'all lazy too.
Y'all not gonna get fired. Let's be real. Y'all not gonna get fired for what you do. If you offend someone, if you rape someone, all this fucking shit. So why can't you just do your thing? Take accountability, say you're actually sorry, and just go about it. Why can't you just do that? You want to know why you can't do that? Because you don't want to look fucking humbled. You don't want to actually be sorry.
I actually thought
that was fucking offending me because Lord Sullivan gets away with this fucking shit. Meanwhile, Leo, whether we agree on what he's doing or not, he's getting heat. That's what's fucking offending me right now.
That's making me upset too. Leo Rush and Sasha Banks are getting heat for knowing their work, even though the whole thing with Leo out here lying and stuff, that threw me off. I'm still mostly on Leo's side, except for the lying part. Sasha as well. Sasha hasn't even said anything about leaving the company. People still get on the case. But then you got a whole man out here in Los Sullivan doing all this stuff. Y'all say nothing. Y'all are silent.
Like, are y'all like?
It speaks volumes.
Like, are you guys literally like these people in the company are literally prioritizing like lying from fucking like racism and like not change, like just being like a toxic, hateful piece of shit? But Leo Rush lied.
And you wonder why so many people want out of the company. Look at this environment.
So I just thought of two things Lord Sullivan could do. I mean, if he wanted to change, two things he could do to really prove that he's sorry. The sincere apology is one thing, but two things he could do for action wise that he could show he's sorry. Maybe go to some schools that are predominantly black. Talk about race,
like a lot of inner city schools.
Right. Maybe donate to the Trevor Project. If you guys
just donate money to fucking like just put your money in your mouth, like put your money where your mouth is. Like actually put some action into what you're saying. But you didn't say much. You didn't say much at all.
That's the same thing I said for Hogan. If you're really sorry, don't just apologize. Actually prove that you were sorry and you want to change. Go out there and put in for the black community. Go to these inner city schools and talk about what you said. Admit what you said was a mistake, and actually donate and actually help these communities. But Hogan didn't do that. Hogan basically went to the locker room and said, "Oh, I'm sorry I got caught, and make sure you don't get caught like I did."
Oh, and if you guys aren't aware, the Trevor Project is a national 24 toll-free suicide hotline for LGBT.
I think I've heard about that.
No, but let me talk about that's the worst part of Hogan's apology. He didn't prioritize the fact that you shouldn't be doing that shit in the first place. He prioritized don't get caught like I did. You can be a racist, homophobic, like problematic asshole, but don't get caught.
And here's the thing that made me real mad. When Titus stood up and said something about it, he got heat. I was like, "Excuse me? What? Excuse me?"
Because no, because it's if you don't accept his apology, you're just being bitter. You're just trying to hold it over his head and not trying to let him succeed. I'm not supposed to. It's my
the fact that the man that got me.
I don't have to accept it.
Wait, hold on. No.
Hang on. Let me say this. Considering the fact that the guy that got me to watch wrestling called me multiple N-words and just showed me how he really don't care about people my color, Yeah, I think I'm allowed to be upset about that.
Can I say another thing? Are we supposed to worry about him not succeeding when he's already Hulk Hogan?
He's already succeeded. That's it.
He's good.
He's done everything. The only thing he hasn't done was beat freaking Muda in Japan.
He's a white man. A white man's always going to succeed regardless of what fucking comes out about him.
Not only that, Asia, but he's old as well. He has all three advantages.
I'm going to be able to hold down a fucking white man. Bitch, I don't have that much fucking power in the fucking world.
Old, white, and rich. Those three.
Plus,
hey,
well, not really rich.
Hey, old,
well, not really, no.
Hey, old, white.
Y'all want me to accept
and
a fucking
rich.
apology on WordPad just because, oh, I'm sorry you got offended. Bitch, are you kidding me? Are you that dumb? Are you, what are you?
See, again, this is why I can't work for WWE, because again, like with Hogan or Laws, I would have had to run this man to fade.
I'm gonna have to beat his ass. Oh, I don't give a fuck if I lose my job. I'm gonna have to fight you. I'm gonna fight you.
Don't be complacent.
I'm
Beat his ass.
surprised.
Again, as much as we bag on that Del Rio was right when he smacked that social media guy.
Yes.
He was right to run that fade. He was right.
He didn't run the fade. He smacked the taste out that man's mouth.
Bitch,
which that's
if you
something I'm
say some
surprised
racist
about.
shit, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I'm at my job. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
I'm
They
surprised
can
no
fire me
one
the next fucking day. I
legitimately.
don't care. If you say some racist shit, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's
I'm
how it
surprised
fucking
no
goes.
one's tried to actually legitimately beat the shit out of Lars. I'm legitimately surprised.
Oh, what's gonna happen? Like I said, Hunico, my man, I got a job for you.
Undefeated in backstage shoot
He
fights.
doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Yo, undefeated. Yo, Hunico's a G.
I mean, plus, are we forgetting? I think we're forgetting. Sonya has an MMA background in
Bobby Lashley.
Dude, Bobby Lashley beating the shit out of Lars would be amazing.
I'm surprised. I am waiting for the day that Lars trying to say something to Bobby Lashley with legit MMA background. Lashley gonna give this man all types of hands.
Oh, Brandon. Brandon, was that the person you were gonna say, or were you gonna say someone else?
Oh, I said, Bobby Lashley, Sin Cara, obviously, Sonya as well.
Sonya beat the shit out of him.
And another thing, I really notice whenever white people are racist, really if you're racist, you instantly change in your age and you look more uglier than you ever do.
Right?
I really notice.
I know, right?
Shit. That is just funny as fuck. It's like you age like milk.
You really, yeah, you get ugly.
Proving that racism is really bad for you, fam. Stop doing it.
Y'all white people really make me sick. I'm just gonna say that right now. And
Asia, thank you for saying that.
I should be able to say that in the 21 years of experience I have on this fucking earth as a black female, and how I encounter racism practically every fucking day of my fucking life, and I have not touched one white person yet. But I should be able to speak out my grievances on how I fucking hate America. America with the K's in it. I fucking hate this country.
I haven't put my hands on racist people, but I have put a few to sleep.
I am tired of you white people being racist as fuck and not holding yourselves fucking accountable, and including the good, quote unquote good white people, because y'all don't hold y'all the racist white people accountable. That's why I say all white people are the problem, because y'all don't do y'all due diligence and hold the racist, homophobic, xenophobic white people accountable.
Here's the thing with that.
All white people, y'all need to do y'all job and hold the problematic ones accountable, just like the black community. We hold the problematic ones accountable. That's what fucking pissed me the fuck off when it comes to the white people. Y'all need to do that, but y'all fucking don't. But y'all say it's not all white people. Bitch up already, because I'm tired of y'all. I really ain't.
Let me say this. Let me say this before I ride out, because I gotta ride in a few more minutes because I gotta catch this movie. Okay. Speaking of like one, there do be some. I do give credit to some of y'all for calling them out on it, but there needs to be more. If you know it's messed up, you need to speak up.
John calls on his philosophy account and even on fucking Twitter, he calls like racist people and xenophobic people out, and I'm like, I appreciate you, John.
Yeah, that's why I love John. That's why John's my boy. That's why I rock with John.
He just did it today with these two people. Like it was from some kind of like hotel or something.
Right. Yeah. Yep. John.
And here's another one. You know, you guys know that Meghan Markle had her kid earlier this week, right? Yeah. They finally had a name for it. So apparently, this guy at the British magazine tweeted a picture with her, Prince Harry, holding a chimpanzee, and said the Prince Harry and his wife with their newborn baby. And I was like, you mother.
Oh, that's
bam! Bam! Not only do you need to get this fade ran, but you need to get some body parts broken on you, my guy. You want to call a newborn child a chimpanzee just because his mother is black? My guy, run this fade and bring out your leg, because I'm about to take this. I'm gonna take this baseball bat to it real quick.
Disgusting.
Rightfully, he got fired too.
Good.
Rightfully.
Good. But yeah.
Had the nerve to complain about it too. I'm like, fam, get on Twitter. Get on Twitter before I say something I regret.
I'm just.
Like,
the hypocrisy, everything is just like wow. Y'all really and some of y'all really exposing yourself by defending laws. Y'all really are. Because
I know my homie Vienna, she still defends laws, and I'm like, yo, I agree with you on most stuff, but yo, I don't agree with you on this. Nah, fam.
So to any white people that are watching this, and you see shit like racist shit like that on Twitter, and you're just as disgusted with it as we are, as Asia is, as Jarvarus is, speak up.
Another thing too, to the people who don't know, here's the thing: there are a lot of wrestling fans that avoid the backstage like articles and news and whatever. To those people, I envy you to the 10th degree.
I commend them. Y'all have my respect.
Right.
Like, there are probably some people that are fans of Lars, not because they agree with his opinions, but because they don't know anything about what he said.
And exactly. And if you tell them, they'll be like, oh, well.
And yeah, to those people, like, I'm not mad at them. I'm just like, I respect you for being as able to avoid that shit as much as you could.
I mean, willful ignorance. I mean, isn't that kind of willful ignorance?
It's either that or those people don't have social media.
Some people just don't actively look up shit like that, but that's beside.
Yeah. Like those other people probably don't follow any accounts that do have those timelines that have like backstage news and stuff like that.
But then when those people cheer Lars Sullivan, like they have people who are on that shit look at them like
yeah,
you agree with that shit?
They would tell them, but you know,
it's like
you would literally have to look at them and ask them like, okay, do you know what the stuff that he said? And if they say no, you educate them on what they said. If they still rock with them, if they still fans, I was like, well, I tried.
Yeah. That point, just punch him in the face. And then, but if not,
take out the kneecap.
Take out the kneecap. Yeah.
But that can be easily corrected with just looking up a few articles on shit like that. But that's beside the point. Either way, Lars, you piece of shit, stop being a piece of shit, please.
I'm just fuck you. Fuck you.
Again, Hunico, I have a job for you, my brother.
I will not feel sorry if he somehow has another anxiety attack because he basically called himself weak. So I'm going to be like, okay, you see your book, you're weak.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like, you call other people weak for having anxiety attacks, but what are you? Because you just had one a few months ago.
Because Karma gonna get your ass the old and the new. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Y'all might call me mean and all that shit, but I'm not gonna feel sorry for a racist, homophobic asshole. I'm not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Especially one that does not intend to change.
Fuck you. And fuck anyone defending him. And fuck any of y'all that want to defend him but want to check for Leo. Fuck all you bitches. I'm tired of y'all racist, homophobic assholes getting away with fucking bullshit.
Yo, Asia, do you know how many mofos on my timeline defend laws but yet drag Leo through the mud?
Bitch.
It's like, fam!
Bitch, if you're actually sorry, hold yourself accountable and prove to me you actually fucking changed by educating your fucking self. But yeah, you're not gonna fucking do that. But yeah, you will block me. You gonna fucking block me.
Honestly, what I want out of this entire situation is basically for Susan G. Kobe to go to Vince and like, look, either y'all give this man the boot, or we out. And knowing Vince gonna be like, hey, yo, Lars, I'm gonna have to get you out the paint, fam, because you messing with my money.
Vince isn't even gonna think about it. He ain't even.
I swear, Vince, no thoughts necessary. Like Vince gonna be like, hey, yo, Lars, you gotta get up out of here, man. You messing up the money.
Like before they even finish the sentence, he's out. And he's like, I got you. Wow, let's get in the office.
One thing I always enjoy is when a white person goes
out of Royal, when Snickers got involved, it was like, hey, yo, you don't take this name off, we out of here. And Vince was like, hey, yo, scratch that name, cuz they messing with the money.
One thing I always enjoy is when a white person go, especially a problematic white person, y'all go down. I always enjoy that. That shit give me life. That gives me like 10 years of life when y'all go down for the shit y'all fucking do. That makes me smile. And if that happens to Lord,
and it's real though. It's real rare.
It's real rare. But when it happens, I just smile.
It's fucking cathartic.
It's beautiful. Cause y'all
it's comedic catharsism.
Y'all aren't getting what y'all deserve. Y'all are getting what y'all earned, which is a whole ass whooping plus some.
It is what y'all have earned for centuries of fuckery.
Fucking saying that black people, black people are looking for a handout? Are you kidding me? And rely on
where is this handout? Like when I saw that, I was like, fam, where is this handout and where can I get one?
And government assistance when it's proven and by statistics that white people rely on welfare and government assistance more than black people, if anything.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. People always be like, "Oh, why black folks always get food stamps?" I was like, "Fam, you know why people get more food stamps than black folks?"
I have not relied on food stamps since going to college. I haven't relied on food stamps in fucking months.
Plus, not to mention, there's no real shame.
I haven't relied on food stamps one time, and that was when my mom's lost her job.
There's not really any shame in relying on food stamps. You get a discount. It's fine.
Yeah, like there's no shame in it, but I'm just saying, like, I got a job, I get paid a decent amount of money, so I don't particularly need food stamps at the moment.
Hey. So
fuck out of here.
Yeah, so
but hey yo, when you get food stamps, hey, those come through in the clutch.
Oh dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You ain't got nothing in the pantry? You got like a drawer full of food stamps? Oh, you'll be set for the rest of the year.
I got the emergency food stamps. They're like, oh.
Woo! Bro, my uncle had a safe full of food stamps.
Hey,
for that one occasion, if he lost his job and he didn't have no money, that day happened about 3 years ago. He opened up the safe. He filled his whole fridge up for the rest of the year. I was like, Unc, you are a true G.
When you're in college and you need ramen.
Yes.
Because you're too broke to eat anything else.
Packs of ramen, and if I really need money, I could just become a stripper. I don't even need government assistance like that.
Whoa! See, I would disagree with you, but at this point, if it really comes down to it, your boy's gonna be out here being a prostitute.
Hey,
your boy's gonna be out here selling the body.
He's a stripper, not prostitute. Come on.
I said stripper.
I go one step lower. Your boy gonna be out here selling the cheeks. And I'll be expensive too. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna be expensive.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
sex work is work. It's valid.
1 hour, $500.
It's fine. Sex work is work. It's fine.
It's work.
Hey, man, I got huge respect for sex workers, especially porn stars, especially with the risks they be running. Woo!
I mean, you are the pimp. You would know.
Okay, where are we right now?
Okay, we can go to.
We gotta go to Mama E. We gotta go to Mama E.
Yeah,
okay,
We
let's
have
go
to.
Mama
We
E.
need because we need to like brighten it up after that. I mean, I'm glad we talked about all that, but we need to brighten this day up. So I want to talk about. I just want to introduce you guys to this. So Becky and Lacey, they have their little exchange as they usually do, where Becky owns Lacey, and we had that moment where Lacey had to resort to stealing someone's tweet. So it's the usual thing. It's gotten to the point where like
That's another thing we gotta call white people out on. Y'all are uncreative as hell.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell the backstory. So Becky Lynch had a show in Dublin, and her mom was there. It was adorable. Actually, no, this was the one in Belfast because the one in Dublin was after her tweets to Big E. So
Which
the
one in Dublin was insane.
Oh, it was insane. But she also had one in Belfast where her mom was there because it was, she had to have her mom. And they took a backstage photo saying the ma and the man, where Becky Lynch and her mom just together, and everyone's loving it. Lacey says, would you look at that? I wish I could have met her. And then Becky takes a picture of Becky's mom holding a plank, a literal plank, wooden plank, saying she already met you, wasn't impressed, and she has this look on her face.
Jesus.
And at this
point, that dead ass, that would have made my day, except for when the homie Biggie responded.
And then everything went to fucking insanity because at this moment,
I am telling you, injured Biggie is the best thing to happen to social media.
Biggie just saw Biggie's like life changed when he saw this photo. He fell in love. I'm gonna read you I'll read you the comments he said that weren't involving Becky's responses. So let me see. Let me go look at all this great content.
Big E was smitten.
We got
Big E. The thirst was real.
At first, he just said Mama Lynch is hella foxy. Also, a year ago, Becky wished her mom a happy birthday. She showed her a photo of her mom when she was younger. She looks exactly like Becky Lynch when she was younger, and Big E was thirsting on her then. And then he just goes not even one step too far. He goes all the steps. He's shooting his shot, saying,
"This man with a full 1,000 steps." He was like, "Screw it."
I would take my jacket off and toss it onto a puddle so Mama Lynch could walk across it. Scratch that. I would lay my whole body in the puddle so Mama Lynch could walk across me. And it's just, at that point, everyone's just...
At this point, Becky's just like, dude, my mom is married. And side note, I feel bad for Becky Lynch's father right now because he's got to see this just like, honey?
Becky had
to fuck are these dudes thirsting after your mama on the damn Twitter?
No, you missed the part. She said she's married. She sent a message her burner phone account later.
Oh my god! Yo, I'm telling you, Becky Lynch's pops gonna bust up in Big E's house ready to run the fade.
Becky's all for it. Big E said, I'm so sorry. Let her know I have some time off and I could be in Dublin tomorrow. So it's just everything. And then, of course, we got to mention the splits. The man, Becky Lynch, said she saw a GIF of you doing the splits and has paid your airfare.
You know what I loved about it? JR tried to jump in and Becky was like, "Whoa, this is between me and E. You better see your old self out of here.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us no more. You working with AEW, man. You go and do what you gotta do.
Like his wife.
You can't sit here no more.
Like here's an old man whose wife died. And here's the thing about Jim Ross. He's been in women's like a lot of women's wrestlers like bikini pics and all that stuff. And he's been perving around Twitter for forever now. And
ever since JR tragically lost his wife, this man's thirst has reached all-time levels.
He's just like, nope, I'm ready to move on. Come on,
That's
man.
not even like
He grieved, and then he saw some bikini pics, and he decided to go full in on the thirst.
He's like,
that's not
so
even
sad.
funny. That's just sad.
He's just like,
It is.
sorry, I lost my wife. Oh well, like just immediately. He
It's
didn't
like,
even
damn,
wait.
man.
And so yeah, he just said, let me get my JR voice going here 1 second. He said, so what did he say? Oh,
No.
your mom was
No, he said your mom is I think
a lovely lass. The
he said
acorn didn't fall far from
your mom is a foxy
the
lady.
acorn didn't fall far from the tree. And then he posts a fucking cowboy hat. And I'm just like, no.
What? I don't get the cowboy hat thing.
And then Becky E. Beatty was like, easy there, Tiger. This ain't got nothing to do with you, fam.
Yeah,
See your
well,
way out of here.
Becky don't want any of that.
What the fuck does that cowboy hat shit mean? Like, what the fuck?
It's basically like, when like someone's daughter looks a certain way because like the acorn didn't fall far from the tree.
Which
Like, the acorn comes from a beautiful acorn tree. I don't know.
I want Becky's mom to get a Twitter just so she can respond to all this.
I want it too. She would get all the
Fam.
followers.
You got to go to the one he had last night. The last post he made.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got to go to the interview, but yes, let me. First of all, his profile.
The photo that Biggie took, basically the Wolverine gif. Oh my! I was like, bro, this man Biggie really out here wilding out.
First of all, his Twitter header is literally a picture of Becky's mom.
Yo, the thirst is real.
And he also joked about Tony Atlas with his foot fetish.
I am so done with Biggie.
Like, dude,
I am done, bro.
This man doesn't give a fuck. He does not care.
Yo, ever since he got injured, this man just stopped caring.
I would pay a small fortune for a photo shoot featuring Mama Lynch in a sundress. I would learn to become a cycling class instructor and offer Mama Lynch free classes just in hope of seeing her poster in couch cases. It's amazing.
This is
Yo, I'm gonna need Kofi and Xavier to take this man's phone before he mess around and say something incriminating.
Xavier wants to take his phone. He's like, "Oh Lord, what are we gonna do?" And Kofi's defending Big E by being like, "Let him live, man."
It's like, oh. But eventually, Big E is gonna mess up and say something horrible.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, he just had an interview with Mark Henry, and he basically just cut a promo with the sexual chocolate music because it was Mark Henry's podcast, and they played sexual chocolate while Big E was serenading Becky's mom.
Oh Lord.
It was amazing.
The twist comes out. She's just as much of a freak as he is.
She's like, I've been waiting for you to see this for 4 or 5 years.
And meanwhile, Becky's father is just like, I see him have to kill me a motherfucker today.
Dude, Becky's probably had to reassure him so many times. It's just jokes.
And yes, Big E on the podcast did allude to the fact that Becky might have to call him daddy.
All right, Becky, you gonna mess around and have Becky's mom beat you outside?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh God.
You already wrecked with one leg. Becky's father be the culture with the baseball.
He was like,
to the goat one.
He literally said, like, I'm really proud of my stepdaughter. She's doing a great job.
It was the funniest shit that we needed. We
I swear, man, with all the negativity that was going on, we needed this.
This proves that, I mean, Big E was the MVP, but also that Becky on Twitter is what we need every day.
Thirsty Big E is the best Big E.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Like,
I said it before, and I'll say it again. Big E, since his injury, has been the best thing to happen to social media in a long time.
Mark Henry basically did on that interview, like hand over the reins to him as sexual chocolate, the new sexual chocolate.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
It's amazing. So congrats, Big E, for that amazing feat. You are now sexual chocolate.
Hopefully Becky's father does not take any of this to heart and comes looking for you.
I wouldn't think she would, seeing as how Becky is all for this.
Dude, like I said, Becky. There's no doubt that Becky's mom knows or Becky's told her.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like Becky has to call her pops and be like, pops, chill. It ain't that serious. We just joking.
It just, I mean, we don't know if Biggie's joking.
No, he's.
I mean, Big E ain't joking.
I do that.
Big E is serious.
Yeah,
Oh,
Big E is 100% serious.
he actually wants to.
I honestly think maybe Biggie's just bored. He's like, I'm injured. I don't really have anything to do.
Let's hit on Becky's mom. Why
Yeah,
not?
he's like, my brothers are off touring the world while I'm sitting here in bed. So let me find something to get into.
Yeah, Tinder's not doing
Literally.
it. Tinder is not doing it for him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Tinder ain't doing the job well, so let me try and hop into Becca's mother's DMs.
And he has a cameo, too, so someone said I might pay $150 for you to talk about Becky's mom.
Oh, my goodness.
So if that ever comes out, I'm going to definitely be interested to see that. But, yeah. Wow. And you know what? I ain't going to blame Big E. Becky's mom is quite fine. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude, for someone who's like in their 60s or 70s,
I don't even know how old she is.
she looks good.
Oh, she looks really good.
She actually looks pretty good.
I don't know how old she is, though. I have no idea.
You see, white people, this is what happens when you go through life without being racist.
Yes. Becky Lynch is 32. She does not look 32.
No, dude,
She's 25.
She looks super young.
Right, so there you go. It's just that's what happens when you're not racist. And meanwhile, let's think of. I mean, she wasn't. I don't know if she. Well, she probably was racist, but she was also shit. Fabulous Moolah. I mean, she aged pretty goddamn quick.
Oh,
She was looking ugly.
I mean, Moolah was ugly even when she was young.
Yeah, she was ugly in the 80s, 70s, just every time.
Okay, so more positivity because
More positivity. Does that equal Raw review?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this
Yeah.
Raw. Maybe. I don't know about this Raw. It had some moments.
We had wild card finals in which
Oh.
Vince opens the show and then Roman immediately comes out because we social media said that Roman was like,
I ain't even going.
Wait, what?
Hello?
Hello? You kind of cut off a little bit.
What's going on there? But,
Okay.
Roman said that he was gonna show up on. Yeah. He was gonna show up on Twitter. Dirty Twitter was like, "No, you're not gonna show up." He was like, "Just play my music because I'm showing up anyway." So he immediately.
Hey, like, look, Roman Reigns basically was like, Roman was basically Roman was like, "Look, I'm coming to Raw." And he was like, "No, you're not." And Roman was like, "Oh, bet. You want to put some money on it? Put some money on it."
Yeah, so
like I'm coming to Raw. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm definitely coming to Raw. No, we will be in big trouble if you're not coming to Raw. Okay, see you on Raw. Like
it's like big trouble. Bitch, I'm Roman Reigns. I'm the face of this company. You think I care?
So, Roman he immediately cuts off Vince. Then AJ Styles come out, and then then Seth Rollins comes out, and so they have like Vince is like, we're gonna have wild card finals.
It's like, what's the wild card? I just made it up. I'm a genius.
Yeah, I'm a genius. We're gonna have 3 guys from Raw show up to SmackDown. 3 guys from SmackDown to show up.
Even though it's really 4 because of
I feel like we're forgetting something about that segment.
Kofi showed up too.
Kofi, yeah, because Kofi and Daniel came out, right?
Yeah, Daniel came out too. Yeah. So Vince made the following matches. Oh, and then Drew came out, and so Vince made the following matches for that show. Drew.
Because it was
No,
because AJ and Seth came out on Tuesday.
No.
The guys that came out on Monday was Roman.
They came out a little bit later, like after the segment.
Oh yeah, okay.
So Vince made the following matches: the WrestleMania rematches of Kofi versus Daniel for the WWE title, and Drew versus Roman. So he made those matches, and then I was a little bit scared for Drew Roman because we saw how that match played out at Mania, and it was like part of it was due to the crowd, and part of it was due to the story. So I was like, let's see, can y'all really? Because that crowd.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. That Mania match was trash.
It was really, especially for Roman's like first singles match back. It was like kind of like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, dang, bro. Like honestly, I really put it on the fact that it was they considered that the dead spot.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
The dead spot, the crowd was like at that point they were just tired, so it was like
They were just gassed. It was like, yo, we can't chill for nothing else, man. We need to chill.
So guys, overall thoughts on this wild card thing, by the way.
It's interesting because helping Raw ratings, like it's helping Raw and SmackDown ratings, like but it's kind of messy. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, I mean they said 3 talents, but we got 4 because we got Daniel, Kofi, Roman, and Raw.
Yeah, because if y'all said weren't gonna end it. Yeah, said y'all were gonna end the Bland split, but technically y'all are kind of ending it because y'all having SmackDown guys come to Raw and Raw guys come to SmackDown.
And
like I get why you're doing it because y'all trying to compete with the playoffs.
And it's kind of helping, but it's just a band-aid over a big problem with WWE Creative right now. So it's like kind of helping temporarily, but it's not fixing the problem.
It's a band-aid.
Yes. So then we had Seth Rollins, AJ Styles.
Like they're treat wound.
Right. Yeah. They just treating the wound, but they're not curing it.
It's a band-aid for a severed arm.
Right.
Yes.
That's still gushing blood. Like there's blood gushing out of the arm, out of the wound.
Exactly. So then we had Vince still in the ring. AJ Styles come out. Seth Rollins comes out, and he makes the match of, oh, y'all two are going to team up. Y'all going to face Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. During that match, Bobby Lashley does this spear to the outside, and I'm like, holy fucking shit.
And then Big E with his petty ass had to literally just, I think it was either Big E or Xavier just tweeted a gif of Big E doing the same thing.
It was
I think it might have been Big E.
I think it was Xavier. Actually.
Oh, it was Xavier?
It was pretty sure Xavier, yeah.
It was Xavier.
You see, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Lashley. I like that Lashley is playing along with the whole Leo not being there because at a live event, a fan shouted at Lashley, "Where's Leo?" Lashley gets out of the ring and looks under the ring for him, and then he's just like, "I don't know."
That's actually great. Under the ring. Okay.
Yeah. And so then we get to the finish of the match. AJ Styles, he's setting up for the phenomenal forearm, and he accidentally hit the Universal Champion Seth Rollins. Accidentally or on purpose, we don't know. So then he walks out the match.
Well, I think it was kind of on purpose because he booked it afterwards.
Yeah, he walked out afterwards. Then Baron Corbin capitalizes 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin pins the Universal Champion Seth Rollins.
Oh god!
That didn't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you better get ready because this is the next feud after Money in the Bank.
More than likely, yeah.
This doesn't make me want to hang myself any more than when I already wanted to, I'm not sure what will.
White people, we hang ourselves. But yes, Seth versus Baron Corbin. I'm guessing that's for either Saudi or Extreme Rules, probably.
I think that Stomping Ground show.
Oh, Stomping Ground, yeah.
Yeah, that.
The amazing pay-per-view Stomping Ground, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, WWE Stomping Ground.
I initially thought that was just a slogan. That's what they're really calling the pay-per-view?
Yes, Stomping Ground.
Oh my god, that is so
still better than Great Balls of Fire.
You're not even wrong. At least
we got memes out of Great Balls of Fire, though.
Yes.
We got memes out there.
Let's get ready for those Stomping Ground memes, guys. I don't know. Oh, no.
You can't. It will never be as great as Great Balls of Fire.
It's at least it's memorable. I don't think I'm gonna remember Stomping Ground or Breaking Point.
Do you guys remember Bragging Rights?
Yeah.
Let's not dive into that conversation.
Fine.
to say this about it. Brian Rice was just a rip-off of Survivor Series, and you know it.
And yet they still did Survivor Series.
It was.
Oh, months later. Hey,
Just wow. Just oh my gosh.
Vince.
bro, I knew I wasn't the only one that thought that was bullshit. I was like, wait, y'all just had a paper.
Oh, cut off.
He keeps cutting.
What? Man, y'all was dumb.
You cut off like 2 seconds there, but yeah, because it was like October was bragging. Either September or October was bragging rights, and then it was Survivor. It's like
September.
We're gonna have
bragging right was September, and Survivor Series was that October.
Survivor
Because I remember Cena had to defend in a triple threat against DX.
Yeah, usually Survivor Series in November.
Ladies and gentlemen. So yeah,
Welcome
back
to
to
2009 Pro Wrestling, everyone's favorite era.
So yeah, back to Raw.
Yeah, but back
to Raw. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, okay. Just a live event update. Guess what match we're having right now on the NXT live event?
Bianca versus me.
Nope.
Shane Strickland versus Roddy?
No.
Ah.
It's a female match, and it's for
Shayna
it's a female
versus
match.
Io.
No.
Don't tell
Shayna
me
versus Candice?
No.
Don't tell me it's
Shayna
the fucking
versus-
Iconics.
No. Oh, God.
Jason.
I'll talk to them in a little bit, but it's Shayna versus Casey Calzaro for the NXT Women's title.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes. Hook it to my veins. Yes.
A legit match I could really get into. Please give it to me, God.
Mm-hmm.
She's
So
gonna be a
yeah,
goddamn
I'll
star.
be
She's gonna be a
I'll be
star.
interested to see how that match plays out. But yeah, going back to Raw. Speaking of the Iconics, were they on Raw this week? Were they on SmackDown this week?
They were not.
Well, technically, yes, but it was a Dark Summer, so technically, yes, but not really.
On a WWE.com exclusive.
WWE.com does not count. Nope, they don't count.
Oh, they don't count. Oh, they don't count.
On TV, no,
that's
it doesn't
like
count.
counting
It's
the
not on
NXT
TV.
dark matches that happen before the tapings. If you're not on the actual show, you're not on the actual.
And again,
show.
it wasn't even
Damn,
a dark
you're
match.
right.
Again, it wasn't even a dark match. It was a dark segment. So they didn't even wrestle on.
Yeah, they didn't even wrestle. They just had mic time. That's it.
So those are your women's tag team champions. Nowhere to be seen.
Not only that, they were again on main event wrestling Nikki Cross.
But they made
Poor Nikki Cross, man. What are they gonna do with her, man?
I mean, at least they picking up some wins on main event. At least they doing that.
At least they're main event. Yay, them. Crazy.
Yes, because main event was known for producing high quality matches.
Such as.
I mean, that was at one time when they first brought it back. But after that, it just dipped.
I remember Natalya and AJ Lee having a great match. Other than that,
I remember Trent Beretta being on one of the shows.
Yes.
But that
Actually,
this is just beautiful to me because again, it goes back to that argument that I've been saying for fucking months about the fucking Iconics, and everyone's like, you should give them longer matches. They deserve better booking. So 2 shitty wrestlers deserve better booking just because they won a women's tag team title.
No.
Y'all really thought
2 shitty wrestlers deserve longer matches?
are you sure?
Yes, because I was clamoring for a fucking Riddick Moss match.
I just find it funny.
To be honest, Riddick Moss has actually improved.
Oh yeah.
I just find it funny how people think that these new belts are automatically going to make them look good. That these new belts that barely have any credibility is going to.
They
It's the reason why people say that the Iconics deserve better booking.
The title just got made. At this state, the people have to make the title.
Again,
Man, these titles are getting victimized.
To go
Because
to
if you just have like a title that has no prestige, how are you supposed to make anyone when it has no prestige or anything whatsoever?
Y'all really say that Iconics deserve better booking when y'all know for 1 year's time they were being booked, they were losing left and right, they were in catering and all this shit, and y'all think some new belts that barely have prestige was gonna change their fucking booking?
Look, I hate the title making the guy mentality, but here's the reason why with WWE title it makes somewhat sense. That has lineage back to Buddy Rogers, back to Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, Austin Cena. Like these tag titles, they've had one champion, admittedly great champions in Sasha and Bailey, but for like 2 months.
Sasha and Bailey in those 49 days, they like before they won the belts, they were winning tag matches. They were booked to be like strong, champion. Even going into the titles and going into the tag title win. So then they did a lot within those 49 days. They went to NXT tapings. They went to the NXT live events. You had many teams on social media challenging them left and right. Okay, then we get to the Iconics. You notice how on social media, barely any team is challenging them. Yes,
and you know what I told you, Asia? It's almost as if they don't want them anymore.
Correct, Asia, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only tag team win that the Iconics have had on TV since winning the title
were a bunch of jobbers.
Yes. What does that say? What does that say?
And here's the thing. Here's something I wanted to point out. People are in my comments talking about, oh, well, the titles are new. It's like, okay, here's something to counteract your argument. How old is an NXT North American Championship? What, 2-3 years old?
2 years.
And look who the champions were. First champ, Adam Cole. Second champ, Ricochet. Third champ, Johnny Gargano.
No. It's only 1 year old because wasn't it introduced at New Orleans?
Yeah, in the ladder match.
So it's 1 year old. It's
literally 1 year old, and it has what, 4 champions: Adam Cole, Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, Velveteen Dream. Four of the best that NXT has to offer.
When you first introduced the title,
not only were booked strong towards the title, but they were great wrestlers winning those titles. And
all 4 matches were great match of the year candidates.
When you introduce a championship, you have to fucking like the first few champions be like actual credible best wrestlers in your company champions, because that's how you build credibility to it.
Like as much as we bag on Johnny Gargano was one of the most legitimate ones to win that championship.
Yes.
And he's
one of those because before then he was in NXT Tag Champ when he won the North American title. Then he won the NXT title. Now Johnny Gargano is the only Triple Crown champ in NXT.
And you know what the ironic thing about that is? Johnny Gargano just did a tweet about a day ago about complacency.
Yeah. Let me get into that. Let me get into
that. If we're getting into the Iconics, we might as well get into that, right?
Yeah.
So relating Johnny Gargano's tweet about complacency towards the Iconics, you would think you're the Iconics, right? You just got a catering. You about to have WrestleMania. You're gonna win a women's tag team titles. You're gonna go on this run, regardless of you being booked like shit. You're gonna make the most out of your opportunities, whether it's dark segments, whether you're wrestling on main event. You're gonna be able to prove why you should be women's tag champions, and with those matches and small amount of time you're getting, you're going to be able to make the most of it. You're going to use social media to make people care about these tag titles, regardless of you being booked like shit. Do the Iconics do that?
Nah.
Do they have great matches on main event?
Nah.
Are they making fans care on those dark segments?
Nah.
Nada.
Are they having good promos?
Hell no.
Are they using social media to make anyone care? So that further proves my point. It's not just the bad booking, it's that they are bad wrestlers and they're not using the opportunity and the platform being given by them to make fans care about these women's tag titles.
And again, I have to draw the comparison to the North American Championship, because even though Gargano had a short reign with it, he made you care. Like the guys who won the NXT North American title, they made you care about that title.
Velveteen Dream, he was making us care on social media when he was throwing shade left and right and saying all this shit. And it was like, again, like the match with Buddy Murphy. He was throwing shade at Buddy Murphy and recorded video about him on WrestleMania week. And then
after he lost to Tony Nese.
Tony Nese, and then him and Tyler Breeze going back and forth on Twitter, and now we're having Tyler Breeze versus Dream for the North American title. It's like, again, social media is right there, and they're not using that. They're not using that.
And the matches. And when we talk about them making you care about the matches that when they defend the title, dude, Dre's match with Matt Riddle. Honestly, that was the match of Takeover. That was damn near the match of the week on Mania weekend.
To me, it was the NXT match of the year until we got to this week, but we'll get to that later.
Think about it, because I kind of okay. Kyrie and Asuka, they had a match against some jobbers like last week or this week. Okay, they have a match against.
No, it was last week.
Last week, and then this week, Mandy and Sonya, they had a match against Ember and Carmella. They beat Ember and Carmella. Then Asuka and Kyrie come out, and they're challenging Mandy and Sonya to a match next week. Meanwhile, the Iconics are playing third fiddle, and they're not even. It's like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, how are you playing third fiddle when you're the champions, fam? Like, your main contenders are more concerned about the people that their manager used to run with more than the champions. What does that say?
You would think Peyton and Billy be like, hey, they should be focusing on us. No, they're not doing that on social media. Again, think about it. Becky Lynch, what has she been doing on social media for the past few months?
Let me go down the list. Calling out Charlotte. Completely burying and destroying Ronda's life.
She has used social media to get herself to that fucking main event.
Even before the SummerSlam thing, she did the quinoa stuff to get her over. She did all the tea time with Charlotte stuff. Then it was the Ronda stuff.
Dude, let's be real. When Roman went down when his leukemia came back, Becky used social media to take Roman's spot as the face of the company.
Let's also be real about Becky versus Ronda. That feud was made by their social media banter.
Yes!
If it wasn't for the social media banter, would the feud even be as good?
No! And no, it wasn't because Nia broke Becky's nose. That just happened to be a wild card in the situation. Because we all know this is supposed to end in Survivor Series, but since Nia had to go with stiff everything up, it ended at Mania.
You would think half these women on the fucking roster would realize to use fucking social media to get fucking over like Becky did. You would think they would do that, but they're not.
It literally turned what could have been a good feud into an all-time great feud. People are going to be talking about Becky versus Ronda for a long time. For one thing, because of the social media banter, also because Ronda Rousey actually took it personally and it was fucking hilarious.
I'm still laughing at that. Like, yo, this woman Ronda Rousey literally worked herself into a shoot, brother.
Definitely a shoot, brother. Brother, dude, Jack, brother.
I'm just like laughing because everyone's like, oh, y'all should book them better. Y'all should book them. Meanwhile, yes, booking is the issue when it comes to these women's tag titles, but the champions are not doing their job even with the little time they get, even when they're on main event, even when they are in dark matches, dark segments, to actually get, even if they're on Twitter, they're not doing their due diligence to make us care about these women's tag titles. Everyone's going to be fucking upset when these tag titles end up on the Money in the Bank pre-show, because you know damn well Vince is not going to do four women's matches on a main card. We already got 3 fucking matches in the women's ladder match. Becky versus Charlotte, Becky versus Wanda. We're not getting 4. We're only getting 3 main women's matches on that main card, and we're getting tag titles on a fucking pre-show. And it was gonna be fucking crying and be like, how are y'all fucking?
I'm sorry. I need to add this about the social media thing. I'm gonna say right now, this might be a controversial thing. I don't think Zack Ryder would even still be employed if it wasn't for what he did in 2011.
Hell no! If it wasn't for Z Long Island Story, Zack Ryder would have been out of a job.
He would have been done. He made himself a star. I
still say that this day WWE did him dirty.
Oh, they did. And here's the thing: I'm not a fan of Zack Ryder. He blocked me. He hates me. All that stuff. But they did him dirty as hell.
No, because you know what? Bianca Mia, right? We had a match.
We'll get to that.
That match was so good.
The whole feud is going to be.
What did they do? They used social media to make us care more and say, "Oh, we want another match between those two." They are going at it.
They're retweeting Mia has retweeted like a few of my tweets, telling like talking about to get this to be on the takeover. Like we need we're fighting to get this to become a takeover match. Because it's the best. Let me just say this: it's the best women's feud in NXT, and it's not even close. I'm sorry.
Hey, Asia, I just gotta say, man, our girls need to get it together. Instead of fighting each other, y'all need to be taking off the ponies, fam. Y'all need to take out Meridian and Jessamine.
Hold up. I will say, Mia did come to bat for Bianca earlier today on social media when someone like questioned Bianca's grammar skills and that she's like hood and all this stuff. And Mia just basically said, like, don't get it twisted. Like, she may talk like that, but she's actually really intelligent and all that stuff. So Mia,
I can see that she's very intelligent.
Exactly. Yeah, like Mia. That's the thing. Mia can rag on Bianca. You mediocre white fucks. No, you guys can't.
Exactly. That's just like family. I can rag on my family, but the minute you rag on my family, that's when it becomes between me and you.
Exactly. But my point is that the champions are not doing their job to make people care about these titles. Sasha and Bayley, they were doing their job challenging every team left and right on social media to say, hey, post up, fight. I want to face y'all. I want to face y'all. I want to face y'all. I want to face you.
Girl, what do I look like? Boo Boo the Fool?
I want to go there. They were doing that. The Iconics aren't doing that. They just have to be tag champions and they being fucking complacent. I am tired of y'all saying it's just Dirty E with these two. No, it's not just Dirty E.
It's gotta go both ways. You gotta at least meet WWE halfway. Like if WWE is giving you bad booking, you gotta show up despite the bad booking.
If they were actually doing social media, if they were actually having good matches, if they were actually doing all that, and they were still being booked like shit, I'd be like, okay, I'll be on that side, but I'm not on that side. And they actually improved, even giving longer matches and all that fucking shit. And they were actually having good matches. I'd be like, okay, they should be women's tag team champions, but they not even do that. And y'all can't say I'm being biased and try to use the host. Oh, you're just mad because Sasha and Bayley lost. I am mad, but it's not even that. It's the fact that Sasha and Bayley passed the torch to them, and they're failing with their torch.
It's the fact that the tag division is
not just failing. It's like they're just dropping it. They're just dropping it repeatedly. And every time they drop it, the flame keeps going out.
And it just further proved my point that they were never going to be ready for these women's tag titles. You would think with the quote unquote, they are a real team, that they worked so hard and they were dreaming about this, that they would actually capitalize on even the quote unquote opportunities they're getting on dark matches, even the dark matches, even the main quote unquote main events and all that, they will still capitalize and make the most out of it. Naomi, she made the most out of her lack of opportunity that she got. Sasha Banks, she made the most out of the short title reigns that she got.
She made the most. Not even just the title reigns. She made not even that.
Did that.
Not even just that. She made the most out of her whole career. She made the most out of anything, like of her title reigns, of even getting these tag titles to exist. If it wasn't for Sasha and Bayley, these titles wouldn't even exist.
And that's what pissed me off, because it felt like only Sasha and Bayley were fighting for those women's tag titles for the past year. What other team?
Sasha and Bayley. No. Sasha and Bayley and the fans. That's it.
What was it?
It's like I said, Vince only made these things official to shut Sasha and Bayley up.
Of course, but what my point is that it felt like only Sasha and Bayley backstage was fighting for those women's tag titles. You would think a friendship like the Iconics, the way people try to portray that they are a real team, like that means like being a quote unquote real team defined that you should be women's tag team champions, despite the fact that every other women so being a real team. Them being a real team, you would think they'd be the ones helping Sasha and Bayley fighting for these belts backstage, but they didn't. They weren't. You would think
it's almost as if like all the other teams just asked Vince like maybe once or twice, and Vince just like, well, I'll think about it, and they left it alone.
But I'm just saying though, it felt like only Sasha and Bayley were doing that multiple fucking times, and now Boston Huggins is dead. Sasha is gone.
And
So
you
they
know,
can
and that's the
fire
other thing about
Sasha.
Sasha.
And it's about like 85, is almost an 85% chance that she is leaving the company.
That's the thing about Sasha Banks. She has fought for everything she's done, and she's not complacent. And you know what? If she's done everything she can to try to get this company to be better, you know what the best thing to do is? Fucking leave. And you know what? It's changed a
But
lot.
my
It's
point
changed a
is
lot
that.
of shit.
So I'm gonna divert this conversation to the Sasha Banks
Well, actually,
conversation.
can I? Because remember before we went on air, Brand, because we were gonna like have Brand, like both you and Brandon, because Brandon wanted to talk about his point too, and I wanted you like both talk about that because Brandon, you had something to say about the complacency thing too.
Because I think complacency, I'm pretty sure by definition is being like just stagnant. You're
Yeah.
you're neither regressing nor you're progressing. You're just there. And I think a lot of it has to do, personally, I don't know if this is true. I think a lot of it has to do with being afraid. Because who runs WWE?
A fucking madman.
A crazy old man.
Like,
Vince,
Vince,
and I get that.
Vince is a psychopath.
He is crazy. All that fucking shit.
Vince is a literal psychopath.
But still, you gotta at least have the, like, if you really love this business, you gotta take that chance. You have to take those types of chances.
There is no reason to be afraid now when you have Impact Wrestling flourishing with their women's division. You have AEW on the fucking rise. There is no.
And they got a TV deal. I think they got a TV deal with TNT.
Yeah, they have a TV deal, and they're gonna go. They're gonna have their first episode the same week SmackDown goes to Fox. So you have no reason to not, like, you see people left and right since fucking since Mania. You have Dean Malenko, you have like Road Dogg. Everyone's fucking leaving.
You got Dean Ambrose out here leaving.
They're voicing their opinions to Vince, and Vince is just like shutting them down. They're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking leave. So I don't give a fuck about that whole I'm afraid, bitch. And Sasha Banks was voicing her opinion for the past 4 years about all this and that, and fighting for opportunities for all the women. And not only can go on fucking Twitter and says how the SmackDown women got fucking screwed out of fucking WrestleMania, but she and fight for the women. I don't want to hear anything about, I'm just afraid of Vince. You have AEW to rely on. You have other wrestling companies. You can find a way. Come the fuck on. And then
here's the thing, and here's the main point. WWE ain't the mecca for wrestling no more.
They're not the end all be all.
They haven't been there for the past decade.
So I get that point that Vince is crazy, but again, use your fucking voice. Even if you get shot down, I would have more respect for you if you use your fucking voice.
Not to mention,
on your position in the company, on the other wrestlers, all that fucking shit. And
not to mention, getting fired really is like, it's not the be all end all, because everybody at some point gets let go or fired from a job.
Exactly.
Yes. And then not only that, I'm gonna treat this Sasha situation like I treat the Roman Reigns situation when he announced his fucking leukemia, and then he was gone for 4 fucking months. And I was like, okay, who's gonna step up? Who's gonna step up and replace Roman? Replace Roman.
Becky Lynch.
When Roman was on fucking top, everyone was like, you should give this person the opportunity. You should give this person and that person.
No, Jarvarus, like when you said Becky Lynch, Jarvarus, you said Becky Lynch. Yes, we have Becky Lynch, but one person can't. Like it's not like Stone Cold.
No, I'm talking about like as you were saying, who took that spot when Roman left? Becky Lynch did.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that when it came to Roman being gone, okay, we all said it should have been Seth when Roman was on top. We were saying it should have been Braun when Braun was white fucking hot and Roman was still on top. We were all saying it should have been.
I was damn sure saying for my boy Drew.
What I'm saying is that when Roman was fucking gone, who picked up the ball when he was gone for the
Becky Lynch?
Becky Lynch.
Man, okay, Becky was really it, but I'm saying mainly for fucking Raw in terms of that male division.
Nobody.
Nobody. Who picked up the ball?
Nobody.
No,
Who
not a
quote
single
unquote
soul.
replaced Roman?
No one.
No one, not a single soul.
It wasn't Celtic. He wasn't really having good matches around that time, and he was
Especially with the Ambrose feud.
He was dry as fuck after he won a Rumble.
Not even after the Rumble. No, the Ambrose feud. The Ambrose feud, he was dry.
Which just feels wrong saying Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins having bad matches.
Yeah.
Wrong.
It wasn't Drew. It wasn't Baron. It wasn't Braun. It wasn't.
Sure as hell wasn't Baron. Sure as hell was not Baron.
I understand why why Vince picked Roman, because Roman makes the most out of all the opportunities he gets. He have good matches. He I understand why. So I'm gonna treat this situation like I treated the Roman situation. Let's see which one of y'all faves step up. And if they are given the opportunity and they don't make the most of it and they don't make the crowd care, if they don't make us care on and use social media and have good matches and all that fucking shit, and they can't replace Sasha Banks, because we already know none of these bitches can replace Sasha Banks. If they can't do that, then I'll be like, okay.
Honestly, I say Mia or Bianca have a chance to, but that's a long time coming.
Yeah,
I'm talking mainly main roster when it comes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if they get called up to the main roster, they have a chance.
Right.
It's slim, but there's a chance.
I would say Bayley, but no, not even her at this point.
Here's the thing.
What I'm mainly saying is, I kept hearing like throughout the 4 years, mainly in the last 2 years, that Sasha Banks, she takes opportunities from an Alicia Fox.
But they say nothing about Charlotte.
They say
nothing about Alexa Bliss.
They say nothing
because Sasha Banks is a full horsewoman and she gets more opportunities than Alicia Fox. Okay, we had Alicia Fox just wrestle Becky Lynch, and we got out of that. She had an opportunity against the woman that just main evented WrestleMania.
The biggest star in the company.
The champ.
What did she make out of that? I'm just saying. So Sasha Banks made the most out of her short opportunities. And I'm tired of people trying to say that Sasha Banks, like, she has not said one word about this whole situation. And man,
Sasha Banks is just out here chilling.
So I'm just saying, I'm gonna say, if none of y'all, if an Ember Moon, if she gets an opportunity and she don't make the most out of it, and she don't have great promos, if she don't use social media to actually get us to fucking care about her, because she has the charisma, but she does not have all that good charisma. Let's be real, she really don't. So if she does not know or don't grab onto these opportunities and don't use her voice to speak out, if that Combs don't do that, Bayley actually does that. She actually uses her voice backstage from what I.
The only thing Bayley doesn't have is the mic skills, and even then, I think she's getting better.
Right, but she's getting better. But my point is, if y'all fave while Sasha's gone, do not step the fuck up and bitch up and don't pussy pop in that fucking ring and actually have some good matches and use social media to get over and all this other shit. If they don't do that, I want y'all to say y'all sorry to Sasha Banks.
The crazy thing is, like, the main three people I can see being like in that or like stepping up, they're all in NXT or in NXT UK. Mia Yim, Bianca Belair, and Toni Storm.
Right.
Those are the three. And
I could possibly say a heel EO maybe, but she hasn't heel yet. She hasn't been a heel yet.
And Casey, but
she don't have the emotional investment.
No, that's what I'm saying. Heel EO. I'm not saying face EO. I'm talking about heel EO when they eventually turn her heel.
Yeah.
Right.
Because her as a heel, she will get you to care about her opponent. Like the same thing for her opponent, she'll get you to care when she's a heel.
Right.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would say Sonya because of the representation that would bring, but that's just.
But unfortunately, they keep using Sonya as a side character for Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm just saying, if y'all fave is given an opportunity and if they don't make the most out of it while Sasha is gone, because y'all wanted to say while Sasha was here, she was taking opportunities. I'm going to be like, maybe it's y'all fave. If not Sasha, y'all can't blame her no more.
here's the thing with complacency. I kind of want to make a comparison with anime. And the anime I'm obviously going to talk about is Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Y'all remember when Goku sacrificed himself when Cell was about to blow up the planet, right?
Yeah.
Who because Goku knew eventually he was going to stay dead, and he wanted someone to take that spot for him to save the world whenever the big threat was, and it was supposed to be Gohan. Small problem. There was about a decade of peace, and Gohan unfortunately got real complacent. So when that next big evil showed up, which was Majin Buu, Gohan got waxed. So they tried to give it to Goten and Trunks. Unfortunately, they were too freaking young. So when Gohan finally comes back to fight Super Buu, he absorbs Gotenks and he gets stronger than Gohan. So unfortunately, the torch had to go back to Goku. Goku eventually had to find a way to come back to be the hero of the story because the people he thought could take the torch and be those heroes couldn't live up to the hype, could not do it. So he had to come back and do it himself. Goku basically had to cheat death again to save the world.
Sasha is not going to hold anyone's hand in that women's division anymore. It's up to Yafe to speak up. It's up to Yafe to use social media to get themselves over. It's up to Yafe to have good matches. It's up to Yafe to have good points. It's up to them now.
It's up to them to connect with the crowd.
It's up to them now. Y'all can't use Sasha anymore. They can't rely on Sasha to hold their hand.
Sasha is The Rock, but The Rock was not just the thing that made WWE at that time.
Right.
So in that same vein, you have to have those surrounding players to keep everything at a good level or a good.
It's like when Austin went to surgery and you need someone like The Rock to step up, and you need someone like Triple H to step up. Shit like that.
Amber Moon, I hope you're listening. Because I got your quote right here, and you don't, sis, because people wanted to compare Ember Moon to Sasha. Ember Moon should have more of a right to complain. She has not gotten a title opportunity. Well, she was out for 4 months. She come the fuck on. And number two, she's just more laid back. She's not using her voice for what I could. She's complacent. She's a good wrestler, but she is complacent. Come the fuck on.
She's a great wrestler, but yeah.
She's a great wrestler, but she's not. But from the interview I picked up, she's not using her voice. She's okay just being having a match, being at Money in the Bank, all this other stuff. She's okay with that. So yeah, that's my whole point. It's gonna be real interesting whether your fave pick it up or not. I think a Dana Brooke, she will capitalize on the opportunity. I think Becky Lynch, she's making the most out of her opportunity.
Concerning Dana Brooke, in other words, say it with me, guys. Playtime is over.
So yeah,
I ain't saying that shit.
I'm just gonna let it have that conversation when it comes to y'all fave and whether they making the most out of it or not.
I'm just glad my female fave is still in NXT killing it. So I'm good.
Right. So yeah, that's the Iconics. That's Sasha Banks. I'll dive into Sasha Banks again a little bit later because.
Yeah, honestly, I just can never see why people could be complacent. So you don't want to go higher than where you already are?
Exactly. Again, because they're happy where they at right now. It's at least I have a job.
Like I said, here's the thing.
But eventually, that's not enough.
And then they don't want to step on anyone's toes and all that. It's like going back to the interview.
Here's the thing. If you're scared of your boss or whatever, it's understandable. But eventually you kind of have to, grow a set of balls and.
Yeah,
okay, speak up. Or else where are you gonna go?
And again, I hate to do it, but I gotta make another DBZ comparison. Like when all the guys finally became Super Saiyans, they weren't just settled just being regular Super Saiyans. Like Goku and Vegeta, they wanted to go higher than that. They wanted to achieve higher levels of Super Saiyan.
When you don't speak up, when you don't speak up, that basically gives Vince like the sign, like, oh yeah, I can just continue to treat this person like shit, and they won't care.
Exactly.
Exactly. As much as we don't think it, as much as people don't think that they he likes it. He actually respects when people actually stand up to him, call him on his BS, and ask for more opportunities.
Jericho's story with Kofi Kingston and Vince on the fucking airplane.
Exactly. He wanted to fire Kofi, but changed his mind when Kofi stood up to him on that plane.
Because Jericho was like, hey, like, Vince, like, you're not going to take that shit sitting down. You need to stand up to Vince. He respects
Jinder
that.
Mahal, when he was getting his WWE title reign, like yes, he was getting it because of they wanted to go to the India market, but he did his interview, and I remember part of it was like, oh, I go to Vince for advice and to hear his input and all that stuff, and they had a relationship, like some sort of like all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, look, so. Like, go to creative, like, use your voice. Even if you're going to get shut down, that's all my point. Just use your voice.
Like, again, the worst thing they can say is no.
That's the worst thing.
No, the worst they can say is either no or they're going to fire you. And if they fire you, guess what? We live in the age of the
You can go somewhere else.
It's not hard anymore. It's not hard anymore.
That's just my point on the whole situation. So, yeah. So... I'm just gonna be waiting to see, do your faves capitalize? And right now the icons are not capitalizing on it. So yeah.
So you want me I can segue to something else. In other news, Bray Wyatt is kidnapping children.
Kidnapping and traumatizing kids. Okay. That's how we do it out here in the streets.
Okay, real talk. How this gimmick hasn't gotten the attention of activist rights groups by parents, I don't know.
Because I don't know.
Seriously. Because, okay, real talk. If I'm a parent,
never ever end.
If I'm a parent that watches WWE with my kid, and I see this shit, I'm writing fucking letters.
If this happens,
I'm gonna be ready to file lawsuits. Lawsuits is about to go.
Imagine if this came out in 2010.
That was like peak WWE. We care about the kids.
That was peak.
Yeah, and that was mainly because Linda tried to run for Senate, and all of her opponents kept using her husband's BS as ammo.
Kept using the Vince Trish thing. They kept using like Katie Vick.
I'll tell you this. Linda's political opponents had a lot of ammo, fam, and it was never about Linda. It was always about her husband.
Poor Linda. She had no. I'm not gonna say she.
Like Linda just had some of those signs. Linda just had to look at Vince. It's like, you see what you caused? Look at this shit. Look at this shit I gotta put up because of you.
What does Vince even say after that? Does he have just this look on his face like he just kind of shrugs like?
Like Vince is just looking at Liz like, look, I am so sorry. I was doing it for ratings. I had no idea this would come back to bite us in the ass.
I didn't know you run for Senate, goddammit.
I
didn't know you actually would want to run for Senate.
Linda, I was doing it because of ruthless. I could see that being
going back to the Bray Wyatt thing. I am not having kids because Bray might kidnap them.
Man, no, here's the thing. If Bray Wyatt was to ever try to kidnap my kid, I am tearing the entire planet upside down to find my kid and take Bray Wyatt's kneecaps off for taking my kid.
These parents suck.
Again,
these parents are garbage.
That or Bray Wyatt killed them.
Like I said, I am surprised. I'm being serious when I say I am legitimately surprised the gimmick hasn't been like too controversial.
Because wrestling's not popular anymore.
Oh, give it time! Give it time!
Wait, no, because wrestling's not popular anymore, so it's okay. You can do whatever you want.
Well, as we know, WWE don't like to call themselves wrestling. They're sports entertainment.
We put smiles on people's faces. It's for the kids.
Oh, mind you, I agree, but honestly, that's how Vince found a way to get out of paying those taxes.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's why Vince calls it sports entertainment to avoid paying taxes.
Exactly. Simple as that.
But seriously, what about this is entertaining? It's fucking creepy.
It's awesome.
If anything, it's traumatizing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think this is quality entertainment.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, these kids are gonna need therapy.
Cliff,
Dude, the look on those
that
kids' faces. The
statement
look on those
coming-
kids' faces made the week.
Okay,
They made
Cliff,
Raw.
those statements coming from you
Yes.
feels wrong.
I'm telling you, man, those kids are caught.
The misery on their faces as they're watching Raw, probably.
Okay, yeah, Cliff, the statements coming from you feel
Me.
wrong.
I mean, if you didn't know by now, yeah, I hate children, so yeah.
Like, even I have a line.
No, these kids, you know what? One of them had a beach ball. Fuck anyone that has a beach ball. I hate beach balls now.
That Bray Wyatt segment.
That was
getting
something.
dark. It's
And
getting
yeah,
dark,
Bray
and I'm
Wyatt,
scared.
and remember, Bray Wyatt's becoming a changed man. Yeah, he's not gotten better.
He's gotten worse. What Hardy, what did the Lincoln reincarnation do?
He didn't get better. He
got worse.
Wait, what do you say, Brendan?
I said he didn't necessarily get better or worse. He just switched tactics.
Yeah,
He went from a swamp cult leader to Mr. Rogers.
Remember, didn't he? I mean, he technically kidnapped children. Remember during the Cena feud with the fucking like choir kids?
Were they kidnapped though?
He probably did kidnap them. So this is probably the same stuff he's always been doing.
Nah, man, those kids went willingly. I'm willing to bet on it.
Again, well, I will say this. I was telling Lee about this. I said straight up, this is straight up psychopath Mr. Rogers, and I actually appreciate this take because we've never seen it.
And he's like you can tell the callbacks too. Like you can tell that he's really like you can tell he's watched some Mr. Rogers too.
Oh, dude, he was wearing. Dude, just change the color of the sweater from red to yellow. It's fucking Mr. Rogers.
Like a greenish yellow or something.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers always wore a yellow sweater.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I don't think he wore a red sweater at some point.
I'm sure he did, but yeah.
I think he wore it like once.
Yeah.
This was very much Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and I dug it. I dug it a lot.
It's not Pee Wee Herman. People think it's like maybe Pee Wee Herman.
No, it's definitely closer to
If
Mr.
it's Pee Wee Herman, it would be like this, but with just like on ADD, just like everything going on, just like you wouldn't be able to keep up with it.
Back to attention, guys.
Right.
Back to let's not debut too much. So yeah, Bray Wyatt thing, scary. Then we get to the women. This wasn't really a good week for the women because they had short segments and all that. But it's gonna pick up. I don't think like everyone's making like women's wrestling is dying and all that. Women's wrestling is dead. It's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep. They're gonna pick it up next week.
It's just in a lull a little. It's just in a little bit of a lull.
And not to mention
it's a
again,
lull for 1 week. You can't judge it on one bad week. That's the thing. If it's like continuing, okay, I'll give you that. But it's like they're having 3 matches clearly for Money in the Bank. They gave you Becky versus Lacey, in which 4 segments on YouTube between Becky and Lacey has all hit 1 million views each.
Plus,
I mean, if we had legitimate champions, we wouldn't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Plus, again, it's just on the main roster again because NXT was fucking killing it.
Oh, for fucking once, NXT actually won the week for women.
Well, because again, like we
That
had
match,
Bianca Mia, it wasn't Shayna Io. It really wasn't.
I mean, we did get one segment between the two, but that was it.
So like my whole point is that it was just 1 week, but otherwise, Lacey Evans, she invites Naomi, Natalya, Dana Brooke to go watch her match against a jobber. She has these peach and scented invitations. Well, I thought that shit was fucking funny. I thought
peach cobbler is delicious. Peach cobbler is delicious. Someone said it's not. Fuck you,
man. So, let's be real. That peach cobbler that Lacey would make would probably stale.
Exactly.
So they come out. Lacey's having a match. It was a squash match. You have to do that. You have to make her look dominant and like, oh yeah, she's gonna have that thing in which she might actually just squash Becky Lynch and just do, because she's been capitalizing on Becky whenever Becky has a guard down with the women's fight. Like every fucking week she has been doing that. So she tells the women, Alexa, Natalia, Lacey, no.
Oh, I had to interrupt. I have to say this about Alexa. Those pigtails was not it.
They weren't. They were just ugly.
So
she tells. Oh.
That's all. Just for her. No, that's all.
Okay, so she tells all the 4 women on the right side who are in Money in the Bank. I know all of you are in Miss Money in the Bank, and I know y'all gonna cash in on me, but y'all are gonna make a mistake to cash in on me after I win the Raw Women's Championship and I take everything away from Becky 2 belts, and that y'all.
And Asia. And Asia, that's where Lacey made her biggest mistake. When you mention the man will arrive, ready to run the fade.
Wow.
And Becky just beat her ass.
Hold my belt.
Exactly. Becky came out and was like, I heard that somebody called the man's name.
If someone called the man's name, hold my belt. Hold my belt.
Like you know what? No, y'all ain't worthy to hold my belts. Let the 4 hold my belts.
Lady
I handle this business.
Should have kept Becky's
Naomi's
name
energy
out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Brandon?
Keep my name out your mouth.
Exactly, like I said, when you talk about the man will come looking for you.
Naomi's reaction to Becky coming out was the best. She was all for this life.
I swear, Naomi was like, "Go get that ass, Bex."
Get her, Bex.
So yeah, Becky, Lacey, I've been loving this feud. Lacey has made the most out of her. Like
I think I was one of the first people to say like this feud has potential because Lacey is the perfect foil for the man character.
Right.
Exactly, because she's the opposite of what Becky stands for.
Again, we don't like Lacey because her gimmick is problematic and all, but she is.
To be fair,
and she's a shitty parent.
To be fair, they have not brought up the thoughting around since that 1 week, right?
Yeah, just basically that 1 week. So they have
WWE realized immediately that was a mess up.
No. Alexa went to complain, but anyways, go on.
So yeah, they have made the most. Like they've been brawling, having back and forth promos. Those segments on YouTube are getting 1 million views each. So less is more. Like they have a very decent feud going into Money in the Bank. And I'm going to make a prediction when it comes to Becky defending both belts. I think she is going to retain both, especially with the fact that she is having a WWE 24 special coming out after Money in the Bank, after the pay-per-view, just after that pay-per-view. She is having a 24 special on her.
Watch the shit out of it.
I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she is. Right after the pay-per-view, she is having a WWE 24 special talking about her road to WrestleMania.
I'm gonna watch.
She damn sure retaining both belts then.
I'm gonna watch it about 57 times, or maybe 78.
I think she's retaining both belts. I think we are all expecting her to lose the SmackDown Women's title when in actuality she is going to retain the SmackDown Women's title. She's gonna pull a swerve with that SmackDown Women's title because she's gonna go into that match less than 100% because the Raw Women's title match is happening after the Raw Women's title match happening before the SmackDown one.
And we kind of said beforehand like there has to be at least one pay-per-view where Becky wins both.
Yes.
Like just one.
And not only that, she's the only person on that Money in the Bank poster. It's
she's
only
the
her.
queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and that's
sitting on the throne.
That's not exaggeration. Like the official poster is her.
About being like having to always face the blonde. So I think she's gonna retain both. She's gonna find a way to somehow beat Charlotte because I think when she faced Charlotte has not beaten her clean.
Charlotte is such a Becky mark that Charlotte will never. I will say this: Charlotte will never job to anyone this frequently ever in her career.
I don't. It's so weird because Charlotte has not beaten Becky clean throughout
all the matches
they
Becky
had.
mark. Did you? I mean, I went back to watch the Royal Rumble 2018. They talked about it, and Charlotte was just so happy to see Becky, like genuinely happy, like not even like acting, like she was just like She's a Becky Mark. Like she will put Becky.
Yeah,
over.
when she saw when it came down to her and Becky, like Charlotte just had this big old smile. Like she tried to heal it up and try to get rid of the smile, but she couldn't. She couldn't hide the emotion of like, God, you didn't make it. I'm happy for. I can't be happy for you, but I'm happy that you made it. And Becky's just like, dude, chill.
Keep it kayfabe. Keep it kayfabe. Damn it,
She's
Charlotte.
like, Michelle's like, I can't. I'm just so happy you're here. He's like, bitch, do I have to smack you? Because I will.
Becky's like, damn it, Charlotte. God damn it, Ashley. Fuck.
Get it together.
He's like, I'm sorry. I'm so happy for you. He's like, do I have to smack you?
Get it together. Hate me.
Hate me, God damn it. Loathe my ass.
So yeah, Becky's retaining both titles. That's my prediction. But going to SmackDown with their women's division, Charlotte was not on SmackDown. Bayley was not on SmackDown.
And at first we were like, oh, maybe she's on the European tour, but apparently she was doing.
Nope, she got cut while she was doing the makeup.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit.
She was backstage.
You know,
she was backstage.
We can't defend that.
Now, here's the thing. When I found that out, that's when I came to the conclusion: nobody is safe from the old man.
No, no one.
I was like, what is going on? Because they advertised a 6-woman tag between Bayley, Carmella, Ember versus Sonya, Mandy, and Charlotte.
Because not only did Charlotte get cut, so did Bayley. Bayley was not on this either show. She was nowhere to be seen this week.
Yeah, so it was very interesting. Like we still don't know why they cut both women.
That's the big thing I was complaining about. Like we need to give time to Shane. We need to give all our TV
like,
time.
bro, we did not need to give time to Shane because Shane was on Raw.
Can we just talk about how Shane McMahon has been giving way too much TV time since WrestleMania?
Way too much. Both shows.
Shane is the best wrestler
Look,
in the
world. I loved the gimmick in the Shane Miz feud, but I'm over it.
Here's the thing. I'm starting to get tired of the Shane Miz feud because it's run its course.
It has. It ran its it should have ended at Mania.
It should have ended at Mania, and it should have ended with Miz winning.
The only way you could have continued this feud is if we got the tag match with Shane and Vince versus Miz and his dad.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing. They kind of played it. They kind of played it all well with Shane winning and them sending Miz to Raw. Then the wild card thing happened.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know why they did not have Bayley or Charlotte on SmackDown, but
I don't know either. But I was at work when our mutual was just going on talking about how she was mad that Charlotte wasn't got cut from Raw at the last minute. I'm like, whoa, Charlotte got cut? I'm like, oh, nobody is safe from the old man then.
I was like, if you're gonna cut them, at least have them if you're gonna cut them for a match, at least have them in the backstage segment because we know Charlotte and Bayley. That's kind of been brewing for a few weeks.
And Bayley got cut for Shane.
Dude, Charlotte got cut while she was getting her makeup done to go on to the show.
Dirty. That's fucking dirt. That's some WrestleMania.
That is grimy.
That is some WrestleMania 29 shit.
So
I mean, the one thing though, she had her makeup on, so she was looking good for Andrade at least.
Oh.
So yeah,
don't get Jarvarus started. Don't get him started.
So yeah, but going back to Raw, we had Drew versus Roman, the WrestleMania rematch, and
it was actually good.
It was good.
It was really good.
Until Shane ruined it.
God damn it!
And Angel, don't get me am I wrong? Because the match was getting so good, and then Shane popped up and ruined it.
Here's the thing. I'm one of the people that will defend Shane McMahon first thing. He's the best of the 4 McMahons by a mile. I like Shane. I think he's entertaining, but my God, the overexposure of Shane.
I was like, fam, ain't you the commissioner of SmackDown? Why ain't you on SmackDown?
Why was he I mean, we'll get to the tag title match later, but why was he there for the ending?
That was just wow.
And here's the thing. Here's the worst thing about it. Not only was he on both shows, but he's on both feuds with both stars from different brands.
It's just so like, can we just end Shane being like
on TV? Can we just end that bit like as a TV character?
Or give him a break at least.
Cause it's just wow. So
that
happened.
I was like, bro, this match was reaching that climax, and then Shane just runs in and just starts hitting those horrible punches on Roman. I feel so bad for Roman to have to sell those punches.
We were giving a close eye on this match because we were like, man, but the first match was bad. This match better not be bad, or else we're going to kind of side-eye Drew. But no, both of them delivered in this match.
They delivered. So yeah, they really delivered. They made up for the
like to me.
Yeah, they definitely made up for the match they had at Mania. And then Shane just had to freaking ruin it.
Now here's my question: is this the best Drew McIntyre main roster match since he's coming back?
Yes.
Better than Dean Ambrose?
I feel like Dean Ambrose match was better.
Yeah, okay, I forgot about the Dean Ambrose match. Thank you for reminding me.
I gotta go with Dean. But this is up there too.
Honestly, I'll be honest. This gave me shades of Drew when he was back in NXT.
Yeah.
Then we had we had the main event: Kofi versus Daniel Bryan.
This match was so good.
The GOAT has returned.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan, he was cleared. He did not suffer concussion from what I heard. He was just banged up.
I'm so happy to have
you. Oh, thank goodness, because I was hearing so much. I wasn't even hearing concussion. I was hearing neck injuries. I was hearing spinal stenosis and everything. I was like, oh, no. We just lost Ciampa to that mess.
This match was so great.
He was just given time off, and he's good to go.
This match was great.
Hey, thank goodness. Whew.
Can we just talk about this match? This match was fucking awesome.
It wasn't better than our Mania match, but it damn sure came close.
They're all amazing. Every match they've had, fucking great. Daniel Bryan's the best. Kofi Kingston is proving everyone fucking wrong. Kofi was the MVP of this fucking week. He was on both shows and he won. What was it? Both main event matches. Kofi's the fucking man right now.
He has proven why he is a main eventer. That he's not a flash in the pan. That he's all this. He is that
He's one of the best in ring talents they have, and he's been that for a long time now.
And again, seeing this now makes me so angry that Kofi got fucked over 11 years ago.
And not only that, Kofi is also evolving in the ring too. He's doing different shit every week.
Yes.
He's amazing.
And he can hang with the AJ Styles, with the Sami Zayns, the Daniel Bryans, all that stuff.
And he proved it this week.
And these are like the cream of the crop. These are the ones everyone says are the best wrestlers in the world. AJ Styles.
Those three names you just talked about were Ring of Honor legends.
Back-to-back matches, back-to-back title defenses. He is already having a good to great title reign. And then he's going to defend the title at Money in the Bank against Kevin Owens.
Yeah, just think of it. In the span of 2 days, he's beaten for the second time the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, El Generico, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. And in about a week, he's facing Kevin fucking Steen.
Yes, that's a fighting champion. I feel like he's gonna.
That's a real fighting champion right there, baby.
I feel like he might have the Seth Rollins 2018 run.
I would not even mind it. I would love it.
He might have a better run than Seth Rollins right now. We're gonna have.
And then he's gonna go to his he's gonna go to in Africa, Guam.
Yeah, he's going to his home country, Ghana, South Africa, I think.
Yeah, and then he's gonna have a documentary done on him.
This might be a long reign.
It's gonna be long. I think he's gonna have it till SummerSlam.
At this point, I'm thinking till Survivor Series.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. When I saw the news about him getting the documentary, I'm thinking they might just keep this on until about Survivor Series.
My only fear is Brock Lesnar, and I don't even know if he's going to be coming back.
See, my thing is, if Brock comes back, he's probably going to Raw. Yeah. And my thing is, that's if Brock comes back.
If Brock comes back. Well, he ain't
Which
coming
I
back to
don't think he
UFC.
will.
We know he ain't coming back to UFC.
Like I don't.
Not if Dana White decides to open up the checkbook and get Brock the money he asked for.
I don't think Brock's coming back to WWE. He's got enough money. He's got more money than Wayne knows what to do with.
Right. I mean, I'll say. I mean, there's people saying rumors he's going to retire at Mania 36.
So yeah, Kofi.
Kofi's man, and Daniel Bryan, the best wrestler in the goddamn world, is back again and put on another. Daniel Bryan put on 2 fucking clinics this week, along with Kofi.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan too. Coming off of being banged up, he just came back. He put on 2 great matches.
He had the quote. He had the quote of the night when he said, "No, there's nothing about Monday Night Raw that is fun."
He wasn't even wrong.
He wasn't even wrong.
I love Daniel Bryan so much.
Yo, what is it with heels and speaking facts?
I love Daniel Bryan. He's lost clean to. Yeah, Daniel's only pinned Kofi once.
And that was after Kofi ran the gauntlet.
Oh no, that was twice in the chamber too.
Okay, twice.
Again, that was after Kofi ran the gauntlet in the chamber.
So yeah, like every clean match they've had, Kofi has won. Daniel Bryan is the most selfless, the best. I can talk forever about Daniel Bryan. He's the fucking best in the world.
Even Daniel Bryan, he had an amazing match. So yeah, we opened up with is it Shane? It was somebody. Wild Cards and Kofi Kingston.
Vince.
I honestly want to just skip any McMahon segment at this point.
Well, we have AJ Styles.
Okay.
Then we had Sami Zayn, had Kofi. All 3 of them going at it on promos, and then Kofi's like, "I'm ready to defend my title against either one of you." And then later in the night, it's confirmed that Kofi Kingston will defend his title on SmackDown against both Sami Zayn, who was murdered he was pretty much thrown in a dumpster by Braun Strowman the previous night on Raw.
Well, at least we now know Sami survived.
I mean, did he take a shower?
I hope he did.
You don't
Right.
after the Twitter discourse we had
That's not
yesterday
even
about taking showers.
wash your ass.
There is a reason why I didn't respond to any of that y'all was talking about. I was like, y'all really wilding out.
Everyone here, listen to me. Wash your ass.
And if you're gonna take a shower, don't take just one shower a week.
Take one every day.
What is it gonna hurt?
Use deodorant. Use don't just use soap. What the fuck is wrong with you? Wash your ass. Actually know what the fuck you're doing and all that stuff. But my point is, he's gonna defend the title against Sami Zayn and AJ Styles later on in the night.
And I just want to point out something about AJ Styles. AJ came out and was talking about how Roman and Seth were on the same show, and then he said, "Well, how about I just go and find me some guys to come on the show?" And I thought to myself, have you forgotten about Gallows and Anderson?
They honestly,
the guys you were in Bullet Club with.
The guys that are on the same roster as him on Raw.
The guys who were there when you were having up.
When you feuded for the WWE title, who showed up to have you back? Gallows and Anderson.
All right, let me do it again. When you were beating up John Cena.
But the whole AJ Styles thing, I'm like, can we have that conversation that AJ Styles is overpushed because he's having
We might need to have that conversation.
If people are going to say Roman Reigns,
he came off a long title reign as WWE champion. He was still facing Daniel Bryan by Elimination Chamber, the Rumble. Okay, then he goes to Raw, immediately gets a title shot against Seth Rollins for the Universal title.
If people want to say Roman Reigns is overpushed, you got it.
Like, what are we calling AJ Styles?
Exactly.
And then he had a dirty title match against Kofi Kingston. Roman Reigns, despite just coming back, he has not had a Universal title match. He has not gotten his Universal title shot, like his rematch.
AJ Styles has an opportunity.
Roman hasn't had a title shot, period, since he's come back.
In the same month, AJ Styles is getting an opportunity at both major titles.
Like,
if that's not overpushed, I don't know what is anymore.
That's overpushing. That's not me hating AJ Styles. It's just a matter. It's just fact. He is overpushed.
Yeah, I love AJ Styles, but we really need to have this conversation.
I love AJ Styles as a wrestler, but yeah, we gotta have this conversation, man.
It's just interesting. So yeah, just calm down with that stuff. Just calm down with the AJ Styles.
I mean,
look, Vince, I get it. You're pushing AJ because you wish you got him earlier. But man, you're pushing him way too much.
Like,
there's a limit, and you have far exceeded it.
But guess what? You didn't get him earlier. Just get over it.
It could have been anyone else from fucking Raw. You could have gave this opportunity to. You could have gave it to Chad Gable. You could have gave it to like again.
I think Gable's on Smack, but Gable's on SmackDown though.
Okay. I get okay. Then you could have gave it to anyone else that wasn't on
Ricochet.
Raw this Ricochet, anyone.
Right.
Yeah, but you gave it to AJ, the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. Huh?
AJ 2 belts? No thanks.
No, so yeah, that's my whole point.
At least Sammy got a shot.
I mean, after dying, but it
was like, hey Sammy, you're not dead. You know what? Here's a championship opportunity.
You lived. Congratulations.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Jack Swagger is a MAGA.
I've been through that.
I mean, the gimmick they had. I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
And plus, some of my friends follow him on Twitter. He do be saying some of that MAGA stuff.
We the people.
Sal, I'm giving you the side I found.
We the people.
Okay, so yeah, yeah, that was really. Was there any? Oh yeah, Shane, he comes out. He's about to crown the new SmackDown Tag Champion since the Revival, not the Revival, the Hardys had to vacate the belts.
Oh yeah, and
because fuck Lars Sullivan.
And by the way, if you're wondering,
speaking of the Hardys, we gotta talk about how my man Matt Hardy stands up like he was Goku from DBZ. Yeah. Yo, this man's dead ass DBZ Goku stands up on Lars Sullivan.
Someone did a side by side of Matt Hardy and Mrs. Dad. Okay, everyone knows the rules. Protect yourselves at all times.
I love it. I love that.
And it shows them fight.
Bro, I'm telling you, first the interview ran off, and Matt Hardy just says, he sees Lars, is like, it's him, and then just stands up. I was like, what?
Our truth, is just starting to turn around. Matt looks at Lars for a whole second. He's just like, it's him.
and then stands up like he was like Chuck Norris or some shit.
He doesn't actually fight him. He gives him fighting stance as if Lars is gonna have a good, clean, fair fight with him.
I was like, bro, I thought this was WWE, not Dragon Ball Z.
Stance round 1.
It's like round 1, fight, and then Lars proceeds to beat the brakes off both of them.
So. Yeah, going back to the SmackDown tag titles, Shane pretty much crowns the champions as Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
Or as the Usos will call them, SpongeBob and Patrick.
Usos was like, whoa.
Who you call?
Hold up, wait a minute, penalty, foul, flagrant.
Foul on the play. He was like,
flag on the field.
Us and the New Day did not make these SmackDown tag titles so prestigious for you to just go ahead and crown them on some vegan rejects, SpongeBob and Patrick, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan asses. We did not just do that for years just for you to just turn around and just make it shit.
Low-key, I kind of felt some way about that. I was like, yo, man, what I gotta disrespect SpongeBob and Patrick like that? SpongeBob and Patrick ain't did nothing to y'all.
So I have a
all they did was become employee. Well, all SpongeBob did was become employee of the month every week. Is that why you're salty?
So I have a question. Between Rowan and Bryan, which one's Dirty Dan? Which one's Pinhead?
Oh, definitely. Rowan's Pinhead.
Oh, Rowan is definitely Pinhead.
Oh, Pinhead.
He looks like a Pinhead.
No, Rowan, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
It's mayonnaise an instrument.
It's mayonnaise. Kicking. I want to do some kicking.
Wow, kicks out. Next thing you know, he just has a trumpet shoved up his neck, and he comes like he's like, "Hey, if you own a blue sedan, you left your lights on."
No, Daniel Bryan has like a vegan recyclable meeting with all of his like cult followers, and like just Rowan raises his hand like, "Yes, Rowan, is mayonnaise recyclable?" Just
No, Rowan, mayonnaise is not recyclable.
horseradish is not recyclable either.
People act loud when they want to sound smart, right? Correct.
This isn't WWE. This is Rowan.
Oh.
But anyways, we get the match. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. And yes, Daniel Bryan is so great, and the Usos are so great that even with Eric Rowan in the fucking match, they turn out to have a goddamn awesome match. This was a great match.
You know what frustrates me though? Eric Rowan is now a tag team champion, and Luke Harper's just sitting on the sidelines like, "Am I a fucking joke to you people?"
You really put this guy over me. This guy.
Yep. And so we had the match. The match was fucking amazing.
Yeah, the match was great.
It was great. It wasn't decent. It was awesome. I love this match. Like, Daniel Bryan is, and the Usos, like, dude, what? Like, the Usos are so much better on SmackDown. We didn't even talk about the revival shit, and I'm not going.
Well, we don't need to talk about it either.
No, we are not.
Because that was some bull.
Oopsie high.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Wow.
like yo, man, WWE is really doing the revival dirty just because they have the audacity to want to leave.
They might as well just sit out like Sasha did. Okay.
I swear, man, y'all better pull a pocket, just sit out.
Pull a pocket, Sasha did.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan got the win for Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan is now a tag. Daniel Bryan's now a tag team wrestler, and he's transitioned into it flawlessly.
Because those belts need credibility with how the SmackDown division is not looking.
And Daniel Bryan, and let's be real, Daniel. All you have to do is just put Daniel Bryan anywhere, and he will give credibility to it. Like,
he will give credibility.
I'm not even gonna lie. I half expected Shane to crown himself the tag team champions.
I was expecting it too.
I was like, yo, why Shane crown himself with Alliance tag team champions? But then he called out Bryan and Rowan. I was like, okay then.
No, and Shane can be like, well, look, I never lost the tag team titles. The Miz did.
Plus,
I'm still the best in the world.
Plus, nothing too. Daniel Bryan just came off the best one he's ever had with the WWE title.
Yes.
Unlike his face run, where he didn't really have that good of a reign, he had
and that's only because he got injured.
Right.
And
the KP was
WWE title. So him kind of floating around in the upper mid card makes a lot of sense.
Perfect.
Right.
Like, here's a comparison. The stuff they're doing with
here's something. Here's a feud I would love.
Yeah.
If Bryan and Rowan lose the tag team titles, have Bryan go after the IC title. Because remember, he never lost it.
Like, what they're doing with Bryan right now, it feels very New Japan-esque with how they're booking him.
Right.
Yeah. And again, like I said, if he loses the tag titles, have him go after the IC title. Have him feud with Bryan. Because again, Bryan never lost the IC title.
So Brandon, when you say New Japan-esque, who in particular would you like compare him to as far as like
I mean, fucking Suzuki, of course.
Like Naito, maybe?
I'd say Suzuki.
Suzuki. But Suzuki, well, I mean, he's won world titles everywhere, but he's never won the new IWGP world title.
Okay.
Nope, he had his chance against Okada, but Okada went truly OP.
I would say Naito because Naito flawlessly. I mean, he probably shouldn't have, but the first time he won the title and then transitioned into the IC title.
Okay, the wrestling style of Suzuki mixed with the charisma of Naito.
Oh my god, I'm creaming already.
Jesus.
But
and that's Bryan.
Yeah.
Damn. So
yeah, no.
yeah, then Daniel Bryan he cuts these two amazing promos after SmackDown went off the air. And they were like, wow, just wow. He said that New Day and the Usos they go around throwing pancakes and making jokes while being SmackDown Tag Champions. Meanwhile, the SmackDown Tag Division is a joke, and me and Eric Rowan are gonna save the SmackDown Tag Division, and of course, we're gonna change the belts. We're gonna, y'all do realize we're gonna get hemp titles,
Oh, of course we are.
I love the hip title gimmick they have. It is the
amazing.
best thing.
And here's a crazy fact. Daniel Bryan has won every title in WWE except for the Universal title.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he is a
that title. I mean,
I don't think
Rollins is great.
I don't even think Bryan wants it. He's like, nah, fam. Like you can tell Bryan didn't want it when he dissed him like on Talking Smack.
So here's the question now. When do we get the hemp tag titles?
Next week.
Next week.
Remember, we had to wait like 2 or 3 months for the world one.
Yeah. Did we?
Because he won it. He won it before Survivor Series. And wasn't it like before the Rumble?
Yeah, it might have been Rumble time. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It might have.
Because they had to design that belt. They had to design it. Like,
it'll take a while.
Right, but you could just have like a replica version for Eric Rowan and like the one that he had for like the WWE titles. That's all you really gotta do. That's all you really gotta do. Not really that hard. So, yeah, and then he has a segment. Him and Rowan, they're walking backstage when their tag title win, and there's Otis and the other one, and they just look at the belts. And you're like,
yo, can I just say? I really want Otis to be WWE champion.
I just want Otis on my TV.
The dude's great.
Just imagine that feud: Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus Heavy Machinery.
It's the vegans versus the meat eaters.
Yeah. I swear, like vegans versus steaks and weights, baby.
Yeah. Dude, not to mention that's actually a very like poignant debate in society. Like I don't.
It is.
Like you guys don't even know. Like I used to be an Onision fan, so I fucking knew. Like seriously, if you guys don't know how freaking like girthy and large and hefty the debate between meat eaters and vegan is.
It's girthy, just like the meat eaters. Sorry, that was mean.
But no, like
that's why I always say, look, I respect your right to not eat meat. Just don't try and force your lifestyle upon me, because then I have to punch you in the face.
And that's exactly what Daniel could do. That's exactly what Daniel could do.
Great, it's so good.
It's so good. Please do it.
Like, I'm surprised he hasn't gone full Kimberly with it yet.
I hope he doesn't.
Well, to be fair, he would do it in a way to where, like...
We're not going to compare it to slavery.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, Brian wouldn't be stupid enough to do that. Like Brian would look at that as like my man Brian even looked at Kimberly's tweets that day and was like, this bitch is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
This is before he started that gimmick, so maybe he's like, this just gave me an idea. I'll do this.
Like, wait a minute.
I won't be stupid about it.
It's like, wait a minute. The light bulb is going off in my head. I have an idea.
He did the last two.
Daniel is he is a treasure. Protect this man.
He's you call him the goat face, but you should
Dude, make sure this man never gets injured again.
Wrap him in bubble wrap for the rest of his life, and he will still be entertaining.
Again, this is good for Daniel Bryan because he doesn't have to really wrestle that much. Like, Eric Rowan could do protect him from getting really all that injured.
And you know what? This is gonna make Daniel Bryan by proxy is gonna make Eric Rowan just look that much better.
Yep.
Exactly. So then we had Mustafa Ali versus Andrade.
Yes.
they didn't like because majority of the stuff they were doing was like doing the screen by screen, and then when you come back from a commercial, and Randy Orton attacks them.
Of course.
Oh, yep, just had to get ruined by a racist.
RKO out of nowhere, RKO out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, fine,
Woohoo.
Like, look. As much as I love RKO out of nowhere, it's starting to get old.
Not to mention, it's not really out of nowhere. We
That's
know where it's coming from.
impossible.
We
Oh, the
know.
only way it's out of nowhere is because the camera zooms in on Mustafa just so that Orton can just like it's the camera work.
Like, honestly, the last time an RKO really came out of nowhere was when Orton did it to Brock Lesnar in that lead up to SummerSlam.
Yes, that was
Because
great.
no one literally knew where the hell Randy Orton came from.
That's an RKO out of nowhere. When you have no idea where the guy is,
You know what I always
that's
hate?
when it's time
You know
to
what I always hate is when like he does the out of nowhere thing and then like you'll see a replay where it shows where he came from.
Yeah, it's like, it's not out of nowhere anymore. Now we know where he came from, you idiots.
Thanks, Kevin Dunn. and speaking of Kevin Dunn, stop with the zoom and pan.
But I will say Mustafa, I love those promos that Mustafa be doing on like Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, y'all need to do more stuff like that.
I know, right? I would like him to do more. I want him to do more of those.
You've been talking about people using social media. Mustafa's underrated in that.
He's a great promo. He's such a good promo.
He does use his Twitter very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He either uses Twitter for great promos or he uses it to fucking like raise awareness and basically educate people about how like Muslims should not be treated as like
he's such a
stereotypical
good person. Like he just seriously, this guy. Here's the thing: he can never be heel again. Ever.
You cannot make him like a Muslim. Dude, he is like the perfect baby face. Like I'm sure he could pull off being a heel, but like he can mean so much for like the business. Just because the same business where we had Iron Sheik and Muhammad Hassan.
And here's the thing with Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan's gimmick worked. Unfortunately, it worked too well.
And at the wrong time because.
At the worst time. Woo!
But no, Mustafa, like Becky, should never be heel. Always the babyface.
Although here's the thing with Becky.
Either babyface or tweener.
But Becky is a heel. I've seen her try to be a heel and it's never worked. I haven't I think Mustafa could pull it off, but
he could. We don't want him to.
Right.
He's too good of a face.
He's too great.
You actively want to cheer for this guy.
Right.
Right. So,
he's the one police. I was gonna say Mustafa is the one police officer I don't hate. But
yes.
Speaking of Becky, everyone was upset that Becky she had a short segment on Raw and then she wasn't on SmackDown, guys. Do y'all realize what's Becky's schedule is going to be always up to Money in the Bank?
Schedule.
Oh man, bro, I do not envy that schedule that Becky Lynch has, bro.
She has like one day off.
It's intense as fuck. She barely has one break in between in between that schedule.
Becky is going to be workhorse in it this week.
And Becky don't care. And Becky don't care. She someone asked her about it. She's like, I fucking love it.
Right, but
because that's what she wants. That's what she's wanted.
Right, but the man deserves a spa day every now and again.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, of course. Give her a Twitter break. We need her on Twitter at all times.
That's probably why she's barely on Twitter because she has to do all she's doing all. She
wasn't barely on Twitter on Thursday.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, So Becky is she's workhorse right now. She's
exactly.
she's doing it all.
See, that's what we call stepping up.
She's on that. Basically Becky's on that Tyson Kidd type of hustle right now.
Besides, we don't want Becky to get overexposed. So we need at least one week in which she's not on both shows. And there's
even the same people that are saying, "Oh, Becky's overexposed," and then they're complaining that she's not on the show.
So,
yeah, the same people saying she's overexposed, complaining that she wasn't on the show. Like, bitch, didn't you just say she was overexposed? You can't have it both ways.
she could just show up to Raw, have a short segment, as long as she does good in the balls and the promos, that's it. The only thing I just wanted out of the Becky Lacey thing this week, which is like probably one promo, like Becky, she just beats up
we
Lacey.
still have
just, that's it.
we still have like 1 week left until
Money in the
this
Bank.
will be like the last show, so we should get the promo this week.
Yeah.
The brawl was really good, though. I will say
it was really good. It was really good.
their brawl.
I loved it. Again, do not say the man's name, or the man gonna come out for those receipts.
And speaking of, don't keep in mind. Are we done with SmackDown?
Sure.
Pretty much, yeah.
Speaking of, keep my name out your mouth. Let's get to NXT.
Yay!
This is what I've been waiting for.
Dude, NXT was so good this week.
It was one of the best episodes of the year, I'd say. It's one of the better ones. NXT's been hitting this. This was a big hit. And we started with because the main event was incredible, but my favorite part of the night, and just confirmation that this needs to be the feud of the summer, Bianca Belair versus Mia Yim, part 2. And we talked about part 1. We talked about their first match being kind of disappointing, being kind of like underwhelming.
It wasn't bad. It was just there.
Underwhelming.
Yes.
This was not underwhelming. The chemistry is now there, and the potential is limitless right now. Pun intended. Sorry.
I just want to.
The potential is limitless.
I want to get to my thread about this.
I was going to get to the thread, but my phone's not here, so I want you to do it. We got to talk about this.
Your thread's great.
It's amazing. Hashtag EST versus HBIC. We are going to get this. We are going to get this match on a takeover. We're going to make sure this happens.
So they have chain wrestling early on drag from Mia, on drag from Bianca, and then they do the Wakanda pose. So I'm like, yeah.
When I saw that, the first thought was like, now why the hell can't y'all just stay friends and go after the fucking ponies?
Yeah,
can y'all get rid of Marina Adjustment first, then go back to killing each other? Please?
I'll get to that. Yeah. Well, because Bianca thought what Mia said 2 weeks ago about her failing both title opportunities was quote unquote shade, and I see both points. I see Mia was like, you just failed and you did not capitalize on those opportunities, and Bianca is like, why are you throwing shade on my name just so you could elevate yourself so you could get a title opportunity? Mia came at Bianca's like, I meant no disrespect. I was just stating the facts that you lost. And Bianca was like, I know I lost. Stop throwing it in my face. Right. So I see both their points, but I'll get to the tag title thing because I think that they possibly can do that. So they do the Wakanda pose, and they like, I see you, and then Bianca just kicks her in the midsection, throws her down. She's like, girl, I'm undone. And then
Mia just kicked her hands like, shut up.
She's like,
no, you're not.
She's like, who you think you're talking to? Boo Boo the Fool?
Boo Boo the Fool.
And then there was more strikes and kicks from Mia, but Bianca smartly moves out the way from the rolling cannonball.
At one point, I will say, at one point, Mauro does say, like, after Mia says "Boo Boo the Fool," like, looks like they can just do their own commentary on this match. They don't even need us.
Exactly, they had the trash talking. I was
great.
I was like, this is good. So
this is like,
boy, you know how much trash talking they would do if we get them as a team.
Oh my god,
they're so good.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, like this, so much intensity, both their egos, like this. Like I said it in my thread. This should have been the title feud.
They have. We talked about it earlier. They have that kind of what do you call it? Like that kind of thing about them where it's like when family fights, but when someone else comes for them, they will both turn on you and they will be like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" I can bag on Bianca, but you
exactly. And you want to know an example? When Asia and I last week got sick of each other's shit, The minute you and Brandon started laughing, we immediately turned it on YouTube.
Exactly. It's like because me and Bianca, they've been a team before on the live shows and everything.
Live events.
Like they're cool and all. They even did like when they did the Wakanda pose, they were smiling at each other like, "Yeah, I see you, I see you." But and Bianca's like, "Nah, fuck that, boom." Like I still want to beat you.
Exactly. It's just
It's
ego
very
aside.
heated competition, and it's like, it's so good.
Exactly. So it's ego. So going back to my thread, Bianca slams Mia's face into the apron. Aggressive kicks from in the corner by Belair. Commentary plays up that Bianca had Mark Henry in training to help her advance. Mia had to start from scratch. And I was like, well, Mark Henry saw something in Bianca. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like if WSM saw something, Triple H, what you ain't seeing, fam?
Exactly. So Frog Splash connects for a 2 count. I believe at this point, this is like the first time in a while Bianca's Frog Splash wasn't counted. Strikes the back from Bianca. Bianca aggressively grabs Mia hair so she can set up for an alley-oop in the top turnbuckle. So y'all know my issues with the alley-oop originally when she had that as a finisher. I was like, that's not a finisher. Like, it's okay, but it's just not finished. It's not screaming finisher to me. But I like how she's using it to throw people into the steel steps, like throw them out the rings, throw them into the top turnbuckle. So that's smart. That's really
because little did we know that Bianca turned out to be a gigantic Super Dragon fan. But we'll get to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. Bianca goes for a pin, only for a kick out. Mia checks on her nose. Mia selling at this point was really good.
Mia's selling is some of the best selling in the company. Not by like just her flopping around and everything, but her facial expression, like just the way she sucks you in with her selling is some of the best.
The way she gets you emotionally invested.
And that's what wrestling's about.
So Bianca stays on Mia with the trash talking and arrogance. Mia tries to strike back, but Bianca moves again and again away from her. Bianca pushes her down, taunts her with confidence while smacking her butt, and then Mia kicks her butt, moves Bianca out the way, and says, "You want to get that thing out my face?" And
she literally kicks her in the butt.
She kicked her in the ass.
She's like, whammo.
I'm like,
he's like, kiss that, get that shit out of here.
Okay.
He's like, if you do not get that shit out of my face.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, this entire match, weirdly enough, felt like it was something you would see on World Star, but more choreographed.
I mean, wasn't Stokely Hathaway recording the segment last week?
Yup.
Yes, it was. Stokely just had to say World Star. World Star.
I swear, I was so they were like World Star. World Star.
And then Mia just goes on Twitter being like, "I'm never giving you rides again."
He's like, "Hey, there's such a thing as Uber."
Hey, have fun paying those Uber fees.
Okay, I know we talk about Mia. Okay, we talk about Mia and Shelton Benjamin a lot, but Mia and Stokely Hathaway.
They are the best, dude. You thought Mia Yim and Shelton Benjamin had a great fucking like dichotomy, dude. Like Stokely is basically Mia's fucking like child that she never wanted. It's the best.
Stokely, did y'all see Stokely confronting Adam Cole?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna look that up right now.
I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff with Stokely Hathaway. Biggie and Stokely Hathaway did a thing on Twitter. Biggie apparently is all for Stokely getting his CD player back. Why the fuck do you still have CD players in 2019? But I digress.
Hey man.
You have to see that shit. But going back to my thread, Mia goes for a roll-up, but Belair kicks out. Mia goes for another pin, but Belair again kicks out. Mia goes for a jumping guillotine, but Belair fights out of it with punches and a suplex. Belair goes for a pin, but Mia kicks out. Belair didn't waste any time because she goes for aggressive 3-quarter Nelson, yanking Mia's head back and forth while the crowd rallies behind Mia. Mia counters, but Belair does a shoulder tackle. Bianca follows it up with another frog splash, but this time Mia get her knees up. A clothesline strike, kicks, and a rolling cannonball that this time connects as well. So this is Mia come back into this match. Mia applies the tarantula, but Bianca gets out of it. Mia goes for a sunset flip pinning combination, but Bianca tries to stay up. Bianca grabs the ropes for leverage, but the ref caught her using her hands. Mia counters this into a pin. Bianca kicks out and goes for a pin. Bianca's hair get caught in the ropes. Bianca, realizing this, pulls her hair down for leverage. How the ref did not see this, I just don't understand. With the most clever finish ever that I have seen in wrestling. 1, 2, 3, Bianca wins. See what happens when you keep Bianca's name in your mouth?
Whoa.
See what happens when you keep her name in your mouth?
You cheat? Let me
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I just watched the Stokely Adam Cole thing. Stokely runs on to Adam Cole about the CD player, and Adam Cole just looked at Stokely's like, look, first of all,
you cut off.
He cut
to
off.
HR and tell them how you've been harassing everybody about this damn CD
You
player.
cut off. I'm sorry. Just say first of all and then go with the thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, but yeah, Adam Cole says, first of all, Stokely, I don't know why WWE even hired you. And second of all, I've gone to HR and reported you about how you've been harassing us about this CD player. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's the best. I'm watching it right now.
So, yeah,
Adam Cole's face right now. He's just had enough of this shit. He doesn't even know what to think right now. He's just like, is this motherfucker really like? He's just done. Like, let me just read some of like Mia and Stokely are just like, oh, it's the best. Oh, and also like again, like Bianca tweeted after the match, like that's what happens when you don't keep my name out your mouth, and like Mia Yim's basically Mia Yim's basically like that's what happens. You cheat to win. Oh, okay then.
Well, that's the thing. Bianca is being the smart test. Like any means necessary. It's not cheating. She using her hair. Her hair is a part of her body.
But you use
and let's be honest,
your body to use leverage like your hands. That's technically cheating.
That is not cheating.
That is it. That's why the referee checks you when you know.
Was it cheating with Becky when she used her title to get herself disqualified?
No, obviously not. Not at all. Because she lost.
Yes,
she lost.
Yes,
she technically lost the match.
Yes, but she kept a title, but yet you stand that.
So and yet at Evolution,
it's not cheating.
But then at Evolution,
unless you get caught.
At Evolution, she beat
unless you get caught. And she didn't get caught this time. She didn't get caught, so it's not cheating unless you get
caught. So the referee's a dumbass.
I mean, she didn't get caught.
She was literally just like, hey, quit using your hands, stop that. And then she does the same thing but with her hair. She's like, oh, I guess that's fine. 1, 2, 3.
But it's a win's a win.
A win's a win.
After what happened at TakeOver Phoenix and TakeOver New York, Bianca's like, I'm gonna win by any means necessary. So you cannot fault her for that. Okay. That's the most creative shit I ever seen, using your hair to not only whip your opponents, but when pinning them. That is the most.
I'm just sorry. Referee, hold that L. Speaking of which, people said the referee kind of looks and sounds like Ronda Rousey, and now I can't unsee it or unhear it.
Stop trying to bring up Ronda Rousey because I'm talking about Bianca Belair, the fucking legend. If anything, she has outshined Io, outshined Shayna, outshined Kyrie. I will say it right now. She outshined all 3 of them.
Let's have that conversation now.
New York.
Let's have that conversation.
Not only at TakeOver New York, she has outshined all of them within the past year alone with her moveset, with her hair, with how she won tonight. Like everything. I'm gonna go to my other thread, but yeah, going back to this thread. Mia argues about the controversy, but Bianca's like, long hair, don't care. A win's a win. Any means necessary. And I want this at TakeOver. It's surprising. It's not even surprising because I have brought this up many times, how the last time we have 2 women's matches on a TakeOver was TakeOver Brooklyn 2.
This is the exception, Triple H. This is a money feud right here.
The is about to be TakeOver 25 at June TakeOver, June 1st. We need to have 2 women's match. If you really
It's not,
care
and,
about
and,
this
his, and it's not just to have a women's match.
Wait, was Takeover UK after Brooklyn too?
Takeover UK
Like Takeover London.
No, that was before Brooklyn too.
before Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh,
too.
okay.
And
Ember,
here's the
Billy
thing. Like,
Kay,
you have,
Oscar,
yeah,
Bailey.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I forgot about that match. I forgot that was Ember's debut match.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. Well, I mean, it was good for a debut match, but Billy Kay's selling even then was kind of bad. But yeah, like, yeah, but you have two like women who have great dichotomy with each other, who can be a tag team and be opponents. You have Stokely. If you involve Stokely Hathaway, then this feud is money. It's even more money then.
Like they're giving you backstage segments. They're giving you a very good match. They have amazing chemistry now.
And they're doing more, and they're doing more on social media than Shayna and Io are.
Social media. Apparently, the match they had at this last week's set of tapings outdid this match.
Apparently, that match was amazing. Was it a false count anywhere?
No, it was just a regular match.
Oh yeah, because I know they went like around the arena, but it wasn't false count anywhere. But there were some crazy spots in the match. Just I mean, should I say who won?
I mean,
I already know who won.
Mia won that.
And not only that, so yeah, they're both 1-1 going by.
Technically 2-1 because.
Well, counting just this feud alone, they're 1-1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The rubber match takeover.
So they should do a rubber match.
It has to be it.
They should do that.
There's no reason not to have this because they usually always have at least one grudge match on each show. They didn't do it last time, but you could have 5 matches on the show, and you know what you can do, Triple H? You can not have every match be 35 minutes long, Pete Dunne, Walter.
And not only that, you could just have this match open. Not only that, give it a stipulation.
Falls count anywhere. Last woman standing.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 falls. Falls count anywhere. Seeing how they were brawling outside the ring.
Or just no DQ.
Or whoever wins gets the next shot at the women's title.
Stokely Hathaway on a pole match. You know, like there's so many things you can do.
Oh, that's the case. Either one was gonna want to win.
Mia's just leave.
They were literally just trying to beg each other to go up there. It's like, you go up there. It's like, no, you go up there.
No, they both go up there and they both just like at the same time just throw them off the pole.
Right. So, that's like this match should be on Takeover, and I feel like this feud has a lot of potential to outshine the main women's title picture in NXT being
already
Io
outshining
Shirai
versus
Shayna Baszler. It's outshining it.
With its storytelling, with its it's just more entertaining too. Like it's just way more entertaining.
Yeah, honestly, the Io Shayna thing is just mainly Io trying to beat up Shayna, but Marina Adjustment are always around.
The biggest investment that we have in that match is just Shayna loses the belt. That's our investment. That Shayna loses.
Yeah, that's really it. That's really it. We're just tired. We're just tired of Shayna at this point. Yeah. We're tired of like the Shayna era in NXT we're tired of it. That's it. Io is your last option, but they have not given us emotional investment, or even inside the ring when it comes to Io, she is not like emotionally making us care for why like we should root for her to be defeating Shayna. Like even inside the ring, even outside the ring, like, and from what I've seen, these two didn't have a match like against either opponents, like other opponents on NXT tapings. So most of the stuff is going to be backstage segments, which is very telling for an NXT women's title match. That's very telling, and that makes me think that Shayna is going to retain on that June takeover.
Oh, jeez.
It makes me kind of think she is retaining.
I can see Shayna just releasing the title like the War Raiders did, and that's gonna piss me off so much.
Do you really think they'll have her beat Io just to drop it to Candice?
I think she'll beat Io so she can drop it in the center of the ring and.
No, I think she would beat Io, and then that's how they're gonna give Io sympathy, and then Io's gonna win at the SummerSlam takeover.
Io doesn't need sympathy; she needs a character.
Yeah, she needs like that's the thing. Like Bianca, she has a character. Kyrie, she got a character. So it's kind of interesting how they sacrifice Kyrie, Bianca for Io to be the one that dethrones Shayna. Meanwhile, she does not have a character of her own.
I'm kind of with Jarvarus. I'm just ready for an Io heel turn because I'm ready for a heel run. I've seen her.
See, it like in my head, my fantasy booking, you have Io beat Shayna, and then on that very next takeover, that's when you turn her heel. Like I said before, you have her come in and you have her smelling her own shit. Like you can't tell her a damn thing.
I don't want her to turn heel because Bianca should be your top heel. That should be Bianca's spot, not Io.
Yeah, I agree, but honestly, that's where she gets her best character development as a heel. Right. Because as a heel, when she heals it up in her matches and she abuses her opponents, that makes the people invest. That gets the people invested in her opponent.
Right, but what that tells me that if you immediately turn her heel is that she flopped as a face, and you're not like just try to get some emotional investment in her as a face. That's all you gotta do.
Honestly, to be honest, I think they're them trying to give Io sympathy was watching her lose Kyrie. Unfortunately, we didn't get give her sympathy because she was the one who caused Kyrie to lose.
So we were just ragging on.
That made her dumb. That's not sympathy.
That made her I know that didn't even make her look dumb to me. That made me think that Io did not even think that Kyrie was her friend.
Exactly. That like if you were gonna like in my thought process was you should have been there for Kyrie beginning of the match.
Honestly, like to me, it showed that Io had no faith in Kyrie winning.
Exactly.
Especially with Kyrie faced Shayna like 5 times at that point. Like, good.
Here's the thing: if you were going to do that anyway, then just have Arena and Jessamine cause the disqualification, have them beat up on Kyrie, then have Io show up.
Like that's all that proved to me. Like that
would have been lame, but at least it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Right. Like, cause you just cost your friend the title match. Like, wow.
Yeah, you just got your best. Not only did you cost your best friend the championship, but you got her kicked out of NXT. It's like, did Io forget if Kyrie lost, she had to leave?
Pretty much.
The dog muted his mic. Apparently, Brandon's mic got muted by his dog.
Oh my god,
it's amazing. But yeah, just like this feud, like the Bianca Mia feud, just has just a better story, just the better storytelling, the better everything right now. Like, I mean, we'll see how the match is at Takeover with Io and Shayna, but I know their matches are really good. I've seen their start a match, but like Bianca and Mia, like. They're just getting going, and apparently the match they had in the next taping is fucking great. So it's like Bianca Mia has everything right now.
Yeah, but on that note, you guys can continue talking about NXT. I gotta roll because I gotta go ahead and go to this movie. So I'll catch you guys later.
All right, cool man. Yeah.
Right.
So
all right, see you later.
So basically, it's just me and Asia now.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right. See you, man. So I know you don't want to talk about it, so I just have to talk about it real quick. The Riddick regimen is stupid, but I'm kind of into it. I don't think he's gonna pull it off.
I'm not done with Bianca though.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the dog's chilled out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yay. Okay, but yeah, talk about Bianca.
I was just gonna say, like, my point is it's crazy how Bianca again it has proven she can have chemistry with anybody, and it's gonna be crazy how she's already bypassing some of the girls on the main roster, how in 3 years' time she's already a better wrestler than some of y'all faves who have like indie experience, who has been in WWE longer than her. So it's just all but confirming that She has all the credentials, everything to succeed. She is outshining the current NXT Women's Champion. She is a better character than the contender for the Women's Champion. She is she is she is everything right now. She
Yes.
is everything.
And everything
And
you said, everything you said there, I can say double for me AM right now.
right. And that match with Bianca made me a fan of Mia Yim.
The match, her to her promos, her social media game, the dog that I can hear. Hi, Brandon's dog. He's adorable.
Hey, man, this dog.
Um,
Don't make Sasha might take your dog. Hi.
Sasha might take your dog, Brandon. Watch out. She is the dog napper.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Bianca is gonna be in that Velveteen Dream role. She's gonna be having side feuds outside the title picture until she finally gets fully crisp in the ring, and then that's when they finally pull the trigger on her and have her be NXT
so basically, if the women had a North American Championship, this would be it, and Bianca would be North American Champion right now.
Yes. I feel like she's gonna be having side feuds for the time
Which,
being until she finally gets.
Which tells you right there how great Bianca is. Finally, someone that's given fucking side feuds for the women.
Yes.
It's about damn time, Triple H.
It's about damn time.
Now just put him on TakeOver. You coward.
yes, please. But yeah, I feel like Bianca is gonna be in that Velveteen Dream role. She's gonna until she finally gets all there in the ring, and then when she finally is all there, they're gonna finally pull the trigger. I just think it is gonna be really telling. Are they gonna pull the trigger on her beating Io for the belt? Because someone has to beat Io for the belt when she gets that belt. Someone has to, and it has to be. Who else can it be at that point?
Has to be her. She's just wait, Mia. You said.
I'm just saying, who else can it be? Maybe Mia, but it has to be a heel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, to take it off Io, it has to be Bianca, and then Mia has to take it off. Either Mia takes it off Bianca, or Dakota Kai, or maybe Casey.
So, and then the way you can do it too, just beating Io, just use your braid to choke out Io.
Yeah, dude, it's perfect.
All that heat would be fucking beautiful as I watch all the Virgin Marks and all the Smarks and all the Joshi fans.
Wait, did you just call them Virgin Marks?
Yes, Virgin Marks.
Yes.
All of them get upset because the best women's wrestler in the world lost to a homegrown talent.
Wait, Asia, what are you saying? I don't see Sasha Banks anywhere.
I swear that is gonna be delicious. Just seeing Bianca beating Io Shirai, who has no character. I mean, she's great and all that, but that would be fucking beautiful. Seeing her do that. Not only that, just cheating to beat Io. That would be amazing. That would be like.
I love my dog. I love my dog, but he can be a real pain.
I love your dog too.
I love the doggy.
I forget
him. I love the dog.
He can be real pain.
But yeah,
he can be real pain. Yes, it's okay.
I just like that is just like everything. And then going to my Bianca thread, like how she has basically outshined Shayna, how she outshined Kyrie, any of the indie girls, even Io. Again, all her moments.
If you want to go to some NXT, if you want to go to certain NXT alumni who were also there, who had 10 years of indie experience, that'd be great.
Like she had her debut, which she her main classic performances. She whooped Lacey Evans with the hair whip. Her WrestleMania 34 performance, where she whooped the quote unquote the man and had the whole roster shook, and even Sasha was trying to avoid her. Her athleticism, like she did that over the top rope and then just like backflip and just spear Aaliyah, which was like fucking incredible. She did a frog splash to the back, taunting, and then a military press into the KOD, which was fucking like wow. She did a suplex into like breaking out a superplex into a standing moonsault. She used Kyrie to do like a diving military press into a diving elbow. Like even on a live event, she had her hair tied around Candace. hand and just use Candace as a rag doll, which I want to see her do that. That should be like use her hair like take down people by the feet, manipulate like all types of stuff like that. Like you could just do a lot with that. Like she even broke out her handspring moonsault on live events and even at Takeover New York. Like I hate that they didn't even catch that on full camera. They caught that while doing the instant replay, and I was like, "Fuck you." But yeah, like, and then she was doing that, like, you know, when you just throw someone up in the air, but like standing position, and just like bounce them off the rope on one side of the rope, and then the other rope, and then the other rope, and she was doing that to Dakota Kai. It's like you just too confident, bitch. You just too confident with this shit. And then the double KOD, and of course what she did with Mia with the finish and then the 450s and the KODs, and I was just like, she has bypassed all of them, and it's just so interesting how a homegrown talent in 1 year's time have done that, and it's like it's really interesting.
Incredible.
It's incredible.
I think we talked about everything at that point. Well, no, we have to talk about Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle. I'm gonna say right now,
Well,
NXT match of the year.
right.
Unreal.
I loved Riddle versus Dream. I was first because first it was Ricochet Gargano. I didn't think anything would top that for a while until like the takeover before Mania, and we did. It was Riddle versus Dream as I expected. Everyone was sleeping on that match, and of course, like I was the only one saying like this might be the best match of the night. And turns out for once I was right. It was the match of the fucking night. Probably the NXT match of the year until we got to this. Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle. Two of maybe the best. Like Velveteen is the best thing in NXT. Like he's the best like act in NXT. But we're going by like two of probably the best in-ring workers in the company, in the promotion. I think it's Adam Cole and Matt Riddle.
Did this go as long as Dream Riddle, or
it went longer? It went longer.
Wow.
It was so. I mean, it didn't go. It didn't go Gargano Cole long, so it wasn't agonizing.
Oh, God, I'm sorry to interrupt, but not only Becky is getting a documentary, Mustafa Ali is also getting one too.
Nice.
The Heart of 205
Again,
Live.
and I think that'll confirm again. Do not turn him heel.
The Heart of 205 Live. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Watch them turn him heel after the documentary.
I am fighting you if that happens.
No, they will not turn. No, Mustafa will stay pure and wonderful. But yes, Adam Cole, like on the Indies, he was always really good. He was always great, but like he was never a match of the year machine, like like a Bryan Danielson or anything. But ever since he came to NXT, he's low key been the best in ring worker in the fucking company. Like, and you never you always expect something good out of Adam Cole, but he's like people call him like the Ishii because he always over delivers like what you expect, and it's like Adam Cole is like because he's always been the best personality, but now he's probably the best in ring worker. Like his match with to me his match with Gargano was amazing. Like, and I love Gargano, but like to me 80% of that was Adam Cole being amazing in that match. He was on another level. And he was here too. And then Matt Riddle, I don't even need to say anything about Matt Riddle. I don't want to say the next Kurt Angle, but he basically is. He's fucking incredible. He's a freaking athlete.
I mean, he has a background.
He's legitimate because people bitch about no one's legitimate anymore. Matt Riddle's fucking legitimate. His great character. He emotes like he gets you invested. It's a perfect, damn near perfect match. And it's only a preview of what they could do. And to me, it basically confirmed that Adam Cole should have beat Johnny Gargano at TakeOver. I'm sorry. We should have had Adam Cole as world champion right now. Like, I mean, I love Johnny Gargano. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but he's not doing it for me the way Adam Cole is right now. Nor Matt Riddle. That's his fucking masterpiece. And of course, Undisputed Era got involved, and there is friction with UE. And it's like Roddy's probably going to be leaving that group. Him as babyface, I am not confident in.
He has his old music and his T-shirt before he joined the Undisputed Era on a live event yesterday. So yeah,
I have very little confidence. I love Roddy, but I have very low confidence in him as a base.
If anything, it should have been the other way around.
Yeah, Adam Cole would be an amazing face. Or no, just turn Kyle O'Reilly. Because everyone loves Kyle. Everyone loves Kyle. But no, you do it with Roddy, who's a natural heel. Like Kyle can play both roles. Roddy, I'm sorry, he can't. But yeah, that was NXT. The Riddick regimen thing. Brandon, did you watch the Riddick regimen thing with Raul Mendoza?
What?
That says it all.
That sounds like something you made up.
No, Riddick Moss has a new gimmick. He's basically a roided up Simon Dean. And he has the Riddick regimen. He has this drink that he drinks in the middle of matches to refresh himself.
Okay, so he's one of those like stereotypical bodybuilder types.
Gym rats, yeah. Basically, he's gotten better in the ring, and thankfully he didn't injure anyone, thank God. But I don't know.
Holy crap!
I don't know.
Actually might be invested in the guy.
Like this is like the heel version of Bullfit. And no one remembers Bullfit because no one remembers Bull Dempsey. But
okay, everything you just said, I was feeling good until you said that.
Wait, what?
I said everything you just said, I was feeling good about it. Then it just died. Just like Bull Dempsey's career.
No one gives a fuck. But yeah, that was NXT. And Io attacked Shane in the Performance Center. The only thing I liked about that was that it was just showing the ponies wrestling. They were just having like a little amateur wrestling session that I would have in high school, basically doing the exact same moves I was doing. And then it's like, oh, this is nice. And all of a sudden, bam, 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 just Io just comes out of nowhere.
I don't know, but I just felt nothing out that beat.
There was nothing, there was no story. It was just, okay. And then Io attacked her.
World star.
Like, I just felt nothing out of that. I don't know. I just
don't care.
It's just time at this point. If you did this like around Takeover Mania, fine. I would have been emotionally invested, but now I just do not care.
And of course already. We haven't even gone to the match yet. But I think that's it, right?
I think there's really one big major thing.
Is there?
I'm
trying to think, because we talked about the Lars thing, we talked about the Big E Mama thing.
Oh, Sasha.
Of course. I mean, what is there to say? Sasha's just enjoying her life, baby. Getting high with G.O.G.G, Snoop Dogg, her cousin.
If you haven't paid attention to Sasha Banks's social media posts, mainly on Instagram, her Instagram stories, she has been posting her selfies and black and white filters, and everyone has been like, "Oh my God, what has she been doing? What is she doing? Did she change her hair? Where's her hair? Is it black?
Yes. For Sasha fans, yes, her hair is a big it's a news breaking topic for Sasha fans. Just remember that
because her hair is now officially black.
Oh my God, this is the biggest thing I've heard all week.
Her hair is black.
Which she said at one point would signalize her retiring. She did say that. You remember that, right?
Uh-huh.
Dang. But yeah, she's just going out, playing with dogs, doing yoga.
Doing yoga, going to a beach in the fucking cold in California.
And this dumb, I love you, Sasha, but this dumb bitch said, what is it, summer, spring? It's fucking May! And you thought it was summer. I
I mean, technically, the summer does start a little bit by the end of May. Technically,
no, it starts at the end of June. June 21st, right? June 22nd?
I thought it started technically in the beginning of May.
Well,
No.
technically,
Let me go look
Like
this up.
sometimes,
Let me go look this up real quick.
I think it depends on.
like the
I think it depends on how warm the weather is, honestly. But like
Summer.
date wise, I'm pretty sure it's right. It starts towards the end of May, beginning of June.
I'm looking up right now. Summer 2019 in Northern Hemisphere will begin on Friday, June 21st, ends on Monday,
Okay.
September 23rd.
okay.
Yes, I know this. Like they told me these things like in elementary school. Right.
Well, fuck elementary school.
Elementary school is amazing. I wish I could go back. The only thing I'm
Bitch,
good at.
fuck that shit.
The only thing I'm good at.
I want to fight that kid now. But anyway, but yeah, a certain photo by Snoop Dogg has posted on his IG, and she is with. But well, before we get to that photo, Sasha posted on her IG story, Snoop Dogg, Vince McMahon, Triple H, and they're shaking hands, and there's 4 remotes, and there's this like, I'm like, what the fuck is she about to do? And then Snoop Dogg
Okay,
posted
I'm about ready to beat this dog's ass.
Oh no! Don't beat the dog's ass.
No.
Oh no! Or else Sasha will take your dog. She will
Sasha,
take your
come get
dog,
this dog.
and you will miss it forever.
I think my folks are
get this
home.
dog.
Let me go upstairs and check.
Oh my god. So then Snoop Dogg posted a photo of himself, Sasha Banks with her black hair, and I assume it's another family member. And if you see Sasha's face, she's clearly
Oh
high.
no! Wait! Yeah, wait. Say again.
What?
But then I got high.
But yeah, she was high.
She's high.
She was on that toke. She was on that perp. She was on that DOGG special.
She's high.
She-
My fave is hanging out with dogs, hanging out with her friends, with her family members, getting
Snoop.
high, relaxing. I am just loving.
Not even that. Like she's getting high with. I mean, her cousin Snoop Dogg, but like he is the weed maestro. He like. If you're gonna get high with anyone, it's either Tommy Chong or Snoop Dogg.
I am just like she deserves.
And Tommy
she
Chong
really
is old as fuck.
She really does deserve this for carrying the women's division for the past 4 years, giving everyone their best. She deserves to have this break.
Beautiful.
It's wonderful.
And she's out here just playing Kendrick Lamar songs all day. She's riding bikes, just enjoying herself. I'm just like, because again, it's the angel and devil on me being like, the angels being like, look how happy Sasha is. She's doing so great. Like she's playing Kendrick, she's hanging out with her friends, doing yoga, smoking joints.
Okay, my
She's doing great. And then the devil being like, no, fuck their happiness. Becky versus Sasha will happen this year. It'll be the greatest feud in wrestling history. Oh.
Okay, so my folks are home. The dog's calmed down. It's all good.
Okay, the dog is dog calmed down.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
I didn't have to kill him.
Thank you for not killing him. Thank you for not killing our furry friend. So, yeah.
I love him, but he's an asshole.
I love him, but I hate him. We love him. We love him mostly because he's not bothering us, and he's probably cute.
I mean, it depends. I mean, hey, do you like doodles?
Yeah.
Well, he's a doodle.
I'm cool with doodles. I just don't like chihuahuas, and I think that's about it.
Okay, now there's a story there. What do you have against chihuahuas?
I just no, just their voice, or just their the sound they make. I just don't like their bark. It's annoying. Yes, I can't get over it. No, can't do it. Other than the Taco Bell dog, that's about it. That's it. But I think we've divulged into this dog stuff, so I think we'll end it here. We went 3 hours and 16 minutes, maybe a little bit more because I started a little bit early. we had a few people in chat. Thank you guys for joining. We just ran the gambit today. Let's see. In conclusion, fuck Lars Sullivan. Biggie would fuck Mama Lynch. Fuck Shane McMahon. I love him, but fuck him. And Brandon says fuck dogs. Apparently,
I did not say that.
in my mind, you said that. We'll just go.
I just said my dog can be kind of an asshole sometimes.
I'm pretty sure you said at one point, "Man, fuck my dog." Like, wait a minute.
No, I call my dog a furry fucker, but
Close enough. He's a furry friend. Unless he like tries to hump your leg, then I guess he is a furry fucker. But nonetheless, we will see you next week for the TPA podcast for more cringy content. Follow us on our Twitters. We have them in the description. All that good shit. I will end it here. TPA, Team Petty Asshole. We'll see you next week. Good night.